Wow, what a great cold open.
Great cold open, guys. Great cold open.
Yeah. The coldest open.
The coldest open, Moise.
Yeah, it's pretty cold outside.
It is. It is. You're right.
Wow, I can't believe you would date the video like that, revealing that it is currently, not December, the winter.
February.
Damn, bro. Damn.
And it says posted in
June
June of 2025.
Honestly.
Don't worry, I'll make sure that in the summertime when it's really cold out, I'll say it's also.
Bro, it's so crazy that we all went into cryo sleep to record this video in the year 3000.
Yeah, I just set this schedule for the next video to upload in the year 3000.
Year 4158.
Yeah. So my great grandkids can see it.
Right.
Nice.
They're the one.
Capsule.
They're the ones uploading this right now.
Bro, that's the burden you're putting upon your family? It's not like a curse or something?
They will absolutely be uploading videos long after we all die.
Jesus.
Like an 8-terabyte archive.
I
My last wish.
I don't
I
want
want
to do this anymore, Grandpa. Let's
Well, that's
do
too
it.
damn bad.
You fill in that description, or God help me.
I'll come back and haunt you.
I will.
You're gonna fill in this description and you're gonna like it.
You're gonna post a sponsor in the top of the description, or so help me Jesus. I'll
Man,
drag you
that'd
down
be
to hell
sad.
with me.
Smack the
When
shit
we're
out of you.
dead is when we get sponsors. What are we gonna do with that money?
I use it for my great dogs, children. This college fund.
You're
Bro,
great,
in the
great,
near,
great,
very far
great.
future, dogs now have education on par with humans.
Yeah, bro. We all know that
Yeah,
they're them and octopodes, and also crows.
Octopodes?
Yeah, that's the true plural form of octopus. It's octopodes. Octopodes nuts. Which,
Bro,
I mean, it's a
Damn.
joke,
not
but
say
I'm
it.
not kidding. That's an actual fun fact. Octopodes is the plural form, and just so happens
I
to
was
work
so
as a joke.
tempted to, and I was like, oh, all right. Hopefully we can, continue the recording session without it. Nope.
I mean, it just so happens
Octopodes
that
nuts.
that is the actual plural form, according to the original Greek.
Octopodes nuts.
Yeah, but it is it's a perfect wording for that joke. So, anyway, speaking of my nuts and tentacles,
Shut
last time
fuck
on
up.
Dragon Ball Z Kai. That's right, I'm the dragon here. The bad dragon, perhaps.
Damn, bro. Dragging these nuts on your person?
Dragging these nuts across your feed.
Dragging this video into your subscriber box. Am I right? Shoot me.
I'm crying.
I wait for the sweet release of death.
Last time, our group of heroes left at Atalanta. That's right. I'm adding an extra syllable.
Atalanta.
Atalanta. They left Atlanta and moseyed on to their way to the Hyperway to make their way towards New Orleans. And they encountered some funny characters, and by that I mean they went to a hotel and were almost assassinated by a group of eco-terrorists. And then they decided to leave the motel, despite Cairo and Bonus having a level of fatigue from not having slept for 24 hours plus. But they pressed on, and the group...
I kinda made up for it.
Yes, sure. By finding a duffel bag on the side of the road that Oid was deathly afraid was an IED, but it was in fact a bag full of 50,000 collars and a gun. The group was then accosted by the owner of said duffel bag and gun before Cairo shot him in cold blood.
Owner is a very loose term here.
He was the man to steal it most recently, therefore he is the owner. Or was the owner before you killed him. Now you're the owner, I guess.
Exactly.
And then the group rummaged through the dead man's belongings, learning that his name is Mario, and that he was like a gangster or something, and he had stolen this money under threat that his boss would kidnap and kill his wife and 6-year-old daughter. In a moment of regret, the group decided at the business end of Bonus's deagle to protect the family, and if they couldn't do that, at least avenge the family before leaving New Orleans. And so our road trip continued until we reached New Orleans. Just to kind of set the scene and reiterate the description of what New Orleans looks like, now that you guys have passed into the wall. New Orleans is covered in a blanket cloud cover of black smog, 24/7. There is, similar to Ryanstown, where it's always raining. In New Orleans, it is always dark and overcast, but it also is almost always raining because it is horribly flooded here. The part of New Orleans where you guys sort of initially crossed the wall into is on dry land, but you're in a polluted wasteland swamp. So land is kind of a relative term, but there's still dirt and mud on the ground. But after probably 10, 15, 20 minutes of driving, the roads become very long and bridged, and kind of extend in these massive arcs over whole districts of the city, in these massive crisscrossing, like, elevated highway lanes. Because a solid, like, 80-90% of New Orleans is floating on what is now the Gulf of Mexico / Mississippi River Delta. So there's that. And it is, like, this makes the dead zones of Ryanstown look kind of not that bad. It is really horrible here. Even on the parts of land which are, like, nicer than the floating sections, there are people being beaten to death in the streets. There are people, stumbling around, very obviously wired off of some drug or another, stumbling into the road and causing cars to screech to a halt and all that stuff. There's arguments, there's dogs barking, the streets are covered in trash and litter and stains and blood and bodies, and most of the buildings here are decrepit, and even the floating ones, which are only like 50 years old, are stained and gross and grimy and rusting and falling apart. Most of them have to be propped up and repaired with, like, corrugated steel and, like, wood planks and stuff like that to keep the walls from completely collapsing on themselves, because New Orleans is basically just a giant floating favela at this point, with the only exception to that being the corporate districts. Notably, New Orleans' weird sort of nature as a giant floating canal city means that the buildings can only be a couple stories tall. So the bigger buildings are all on land that are in the corporate district and stuff like that, and they are, your usual Ryanstown-esque mega skyscrapers. But the majority of the buildings are like 3 or 4 stories tall max, because they're all on giant floating platforms that kind of rock with the waves. So for most of you who have vehicles on the ground, you'll have to find a place to park them, because a majority of the residential and commercial areas of the city are only accessible by canals and boats, or by footpaths and bridges. So there's that. There are a lot of hover lanes, though, so in Bonus's case, he's fine. He can just fly. But yeah, so there's a lot of people. You guys would notice immediately. I don't know. I'm sure, like, Xavier knows what I'm talking about. But if any of you have ever looked at, like, videos of what it's like to live in, like, Haiti or Jamaica or Dominican Republic, where there are guys with, like, AKs just walking down the street, because if you aren't openly armed, you will get mugged. That is what this is like. There are people walking around with rifles and pistols, just clearly brandished. The KPD cops you see, there are very few of them, and the ones you
Yeah.
do see are all wearing like riot armor and carrying like rifles and shotguns. Because if a cop decides to step in and stop a crime, there's probably going to be a shootout.
I mean, fair enough.
And another big difference for between here and Atlanta, where Atlanta, the sort of purist religious leaning of the region meant that very few people had Chrome. Here is worse than Ryanstown. Everyone has some kind of obvious Chrome, or everyone is organically augmented, and not like the nice way either. So there are people with like, antennae and like lizard scales for skin and like extra limbs, like the weird like fly insectoid compound eyes, all the insane crazy mutations that other places consider to be like ugly and gross and weird. People have that all the time here. Just kind of, part of it is because living in New Orleans will mutate you naturally. Another part of it is because you need it to survive. So that's what you guys are seeing as you're parking your various trucks and stuff. I assume in a parking garage in the corporate district. It would be very early in the morning. I'm talking like 4 or 5 in the morning, just barely above the crack of sunrise. And I will say that if you guys don't find somewhere to sleep, you will all receive a level of fatigue because you only got like half a night's rest.
Alright, I'm gonna look up, at least like a nice hotel.
Okay. The only place in the city, well, the only places in the city that are advertised with like, 1990s level website builds that don't seem to be hyper mega sketch are hyper expensive hotels in the corporate district.
How much do those run?
Like 300 per person per night.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Alright, gang, what do we want to do? I'm assuming we don't want to be robbed or shot at tonight, so I don't know, you guys tell me.
Yeah, I think not getting robbed and or shot would probably be preferable.
Be pretty great, yeah. So are we taking the 300 per night per person?
I can stomach that much.
Alright. I think I can as well.
Okay, so you all head into the corporate district. And in order to get into the corporate district, you have to like do an actual credit check to prove you have like money and are a legitimate customer of the businesses in the area. So you have to like call the hotel in advance, tell them who you are, provide banking information, put the money in escrow, and then you'll be allowed to enter the corporate district because, as you might imagine, in a city with this big of a divide between the haves and the have-nots, terrorism is very common. And they need to be exceptionally careful about who they let into their inner sanctum and who they keep far away from it.
Understandably.
So you guys pass through the armed military checkpoints to get into the corporate district that is on land. It's on like a reinforced man-made island, effectively. So there's no like swamp or anything here. This is the only nice part of the city. So it's, spick and span, perfectly clean. The air doesn't smell that bad compared to the rest of the place. There's no horrible, heinous, violent crime happening in broad daylight. And you guys, book a hotel at, one of the nicer luxury hotel chains that are on offer here in New Orleans.
Sweet. What's the kind of hotel we're living at?
Well, I guess I can ask if you guys want like a generic hotel or do you want like a gimmick hotel?
Oh, give us a gimmick hotel.
A gimmick hotel? Okay. Uh, so, I don't know how well versed you all are in New Orleans culture, but New Orleans is known primarily for one thing. Well, actually, that's not true. It's known for like 2 or 3 things culturally.
Mardi Gras.
That is one of them. The second one is jazz and blues. And the third one is voodoo.
Oh.
So, the gimmick hotel that you guys find is a witchcraft-themed hotel.
Well, that soured my mood.
Well, but the building itself looks like an old, like 1800s plantation house, like what used to be in the old city of New Orleans before it got flooded and destroyed by a hurricane 50 years ago.
Here I was hoping it'd be smooth jazz.
That's in not the corporate district. There is a jazz district though. It's a very nice place actually, comparatively.
So close. So close.
But yes, this big 1800s style plantation manor house. It looks like a semi-creepy mansion, and you guys like park in the attached underground parking garage, and you go inside, and you notice that like all of the staff are holograms.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and they're all like quote unquote ghosts, so they'll like fade through the walls and the floors and the ceilings and just kind of apparate. Like the secretary is a hologram, and she accepts all of your cash, all of your money. Would you guys want rooms together, or would you want separate rooms?
Do we wanna cut down on the number of rooms for this one? Stick it to 2 rooms?
Why would we get more than 2?
Bonus is gonna get his own room. He's gonna buy the suite, actually. No.
Oh.
He could, but
weird.
he's not gonna.
And Knox just came back with some McDonald's. More McDonald's she had before. Don't ask where they came from.
So in that case,
Amber, are you telling me this restaurant has a built-in McDonald's?
Mm-hmm.
honestly,
Popular
wouldn't be
with the kids.
surprised. No, actually, there's no McDonald's. It's Patty Burger.
Yeah, I got some more
What?
patty burger.
Yeah,
Some
that's the
some
scariest
poor
part.
person who couldn't finish their meal handed me their nuggets and fries. AKA my mother.
Bro, Knox's mother is here with us? That's crazy. I might have to update my list.
Mm-hmm. See that tall, 8-foot tall woman who's all digitalized?
I'm gonna shoot your sibling in the face.
I mean, you probably can. I'm pretty sure my whole family would be paranoid and get like middle faces.
Metal
Now,
faces.
telling me the need for bionic mask is a familial trait.
It's hereditary.
it's like come out of the womb with bionic masks.
I was born with a bionic mask, molded in it.
God, honestly, I believe.
Honestly, I could believe that. It's like the thing Native Americans do to like change the shape of their head or some shit.
Well, there is a bionic skull modification, so
God, how fucked up do your parents have to be that they see you out of the womb and immediately go, "Oh, we gotta sculpt that bitch to perfection."
I mean that's what like.
I mean, I think they already do that in K4, just
Yeah.
with gene editing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I am a Codian. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, putting a bionic skull in an infant's head is kind of not advised because metal doesn't exactly grow. But
I mean, you can
know.
always get it replaced later on.
Ah, yes. Let me spend more money to replace my baby's metal skull.
honestly,
you've
it just feel like
got-
a flex.
If you've got the money to do it in the first place, you could probably do it.
You
to
know what?
replace
That is a flex. You're
Yeah,
right.
presumably like I was thinking about that right, like a while ago. I'm like, well, I mean, obviously there are kids that get bionic because it's like cool, right? But then they have to keep getting replacements as they get older and they keep growing. So like it's only like a rich person thing to give like your 3-year-old the bionic arm that can crush a metal I-beam.
Honestly, I could see that though. It's like You have it like a trophy wall at your home. You show it to kids, just like, yes, this was Timothy's, golden skull when he was 3, and this is his golden skull when he was 7.
Yeah, it's like keeping your baby clothes, except it's parts
It's
of your
like how
body.
Asian parents try to flex to each other. Oh, my son, he doing neurosurgery. How old's
Yeah.
your son? He's 10.
He's
Yeah.
still in the womb.
Right.
Yeah.
Pay for the program proficiency, and your son to do neurosurgery from the womb.
Oh,
Comes
could
out
do
the
that.
womb operating on a guy's skull.
bro, he's operating on himself to get out of the womb perfectly.
I mean, you could do that with the Seed of Tomorrow stuff. You can get knowledge
Just-
pre-built in.
Just sticks a tiny arm out. Nurse, scalpel.
Wrench.
Oh, my father's not here? Oh, that's fine. Don't worry. I'll cut my own umbilical cord.
Don't worry, I'll walk my way out. It's fine.
You just see a baby walking out with his umbilical cord, like, hanging around. You're like, is that
There's-
baby
there-
gangster walking
uh,
out
Is
of
he
the
crip
hospital?
walking?
Nurse, down here. I need a scalpel.
Nurse, blowtorch.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Plasma cutter,
I also-
please.
Next thing you know, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Check
I
yourself.
also added genes that he's a car mechanic. Oh, what's that? He's the first baby to ever build the futuristic Ursula, not Tesla, Ursula. I don't know what brand you've decided to name Tesla, but yeah. Oh, Dream. Never mind.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Dream is. And there's like, I know what the world's biggest car company is. It's a German car company, so you guys can't buy it because you're banned.
Ah, fuck, you're right. Shit,
Ah,
now wait.
damn it.
No, we're banned from Berlin.
Yeah, but like they are headquartered in Berlin.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, we can get the import. It's fine.
God, no, I for sure think that that you've been blacklisted from every German company. Trying to buy a
God,
Volkswagen
that's
vehicle? No, cannot.
Actually, yeah, I can see that. We were framed pretty hard.
Yeah, simply cannot buy German chocolate. Impossible. They read your con, banned.
They're like, it doesn't even matter where the store is. They go, German chocolate. Where's your? Sorry, ma'am. Can't sell this to you. You want Russian chocolate
Get on the
instead?
ground.
But yeah. Anyway, you guys can
Sorry about that.
get up to your rooms and stuff. No problemo. And you know, the room service and stuff is all holograms. And they use like hover plates and stuff to kind of make it look like the holograms are carrying stuff, but they can't because they're just holograms. And the
They
rooms
can
are all
never
kind
know
of
they can never know the touch of another human being.
well, the building is the holograms are probably run by either AIs or they're actual people plugged into like VR. So, you know, one of those two.
Huh.
Yeah, fucking mocap suit.
Yeah, full body matrix stuff, gobbledygook. I mean, all the rooms are themed after the Victorian era of New Orleans. With like a bunch of high tech upgrades, basically.
You know, there's this hologram of a woman burning on a stake in the corner of my room. It just really makes the place feel like home.
Yeah, if you pay for the Christmas Carol package, the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future comes into your room and harasses you all night. They make you do drugs.
That must be for the insomniacs.
Bonus space for that one, yeah.
Oh man, we're not in Ryanstown. My paralysis demon sent me a Christmas card. Said, "Oh, sorry, can't visit you tonight."
Here's an honorary replacement, temporary replacement. Holograms.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, you guys get your the remainder of your rest for some of you, and in the case of Bonus and Cairo, they get a proper actual sleep. And you know, you guys wake up many hours later. It's like noon at this point. You've all done your morning routines, shall we say?
Yes, my morning routine of throwing Oid my my 3 toothbrush collection.
Bro, your 3 toothbrush collection?
Yeah, this one's from Berlin. This one's from Egypt. This one's from Ryanstown. I couldn't get one the last city we visited. You know, it's too busy.
Understandable. I'll have to go back sometime. Get you that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what's the
Kyra
plan?
FaceTimes Donna. He's like, yeah. So the road trip's kind of dog shit so far.
What are you talking about, Crow? It's
It's
great.
going perfectly as planned. What do you mean?
She's like, oh, what happened? What happened? He's like, yeah, I shot a dude in the face.
You shot many
Bro,
dudes.
oh.
Bonus blew up a convoy by himself. There was an APC, like a bunch of drones, and there was like this guy named Moonshine and his like weird family member named the Prospector. We helped get a dude a girlfriend that one time. That was kind of funny.
That guy's cool. I have him in my contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude was pretty lit. He's a pretty chill dude, but if I don't say so myself, I hope everything's going alright with him and his girlfriend, who he may or may not domestically abuse later down the line. But anyway, how's everything back in Ryanstown?
Yeah, she's, Ryanstown is still Ryanstown. I've only been gone for like a week, not even, so.
I already miss Ryanstown.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah,
been,
I
it's only
wonder
been like
why.
3 or 4 days since you guys left.
In the background, just like, he really misses you, Donna.
She's like, shut up, Amazonian woman.
No.
I'm banging your sister.
Yeah, I'm banging your sister.
Oh, hey, Donna, I forgot to mention. I'm having sex with your sister.
God.
She's like, oh yeah, well, you went half the city, so.
Yeah. It was pretty nice, not gonna lie.
And then, like, Faith butts into the FaceTime, and it's like, if you guys see Flavius, give me a call.
Oh, don't worry, I will. Don't worry. I got
Get
you.
it, give me a picture.
I'll let him, like, sign your tits next time.
I want you to photograph his balls.
Hold on,
Okay,
babe.
hang up. Talk to you later, Donna.
You know, some things are hard to get, babe. I sure I can orchestrate half the city for an orgy, but I don't know about that one.
God, now I'm imagining like an eBay account, and it just pops up a bona fide picture of Flavius's balls, and it's like worth like $8 million or something ridiculous.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Bro, I got
I mean,
his
if anyone could do it, it'd be Nox.
Yeah, knocks are bonus.
Knox and bonus.
Imagine. Now I'm thinking. Now I'm only imagining Bonus pointing a pistol at Flavius, being like, "Show me your balls."
Let me photograph your balls.
Man, what a turnaround. We went from, earlier casinos pointing to someone with a new you, and then now bonus point to Flavius for his balls. Jesus.
Surrender your testicles.
Surrender your testicles or face annihilation.
But yeah, so, Donna hangs up. Conversation ended.
Cool. Now that we got that out of the way, I think we should discuss the pressing matter. How are we going to help this family out of the city?
Well, first things first, I'm gonna triangulate their last known position.
You mean their house?
Yeah. Because they've got to have cell phones, right?
I mean, yeah.
So I'd like to do that.
I wouldn't even make you roll for it because their phones aren't like encrypted or anything because they're civilians. It gives you a like few block radiuses area in the Jetsam Parish district.
Is that the same area as any of the bosses?
Yes, that's where the HQ is located, if I remember correctly.
Do the circles overlap?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to Oid. I'm gonna be like, hey, I got an idea.
Okay, and that idea is?
Text the wife's phone and have her give you an address of where she is. Just be like, hey,
Like
where are
a,
you right
okay. Um, I guess I'll go onto that flip phone. Not flip phone, but the phone I stole for the guy. And I'll see, he does have like the wife contact, right?
Yes, he does.
Properly labeled the wife.
Yeah.
now? The
All right.
wife.
And I'll send her a text like, actually, I guess I'll look back in his text log so I can actually, like not sound like a complete buffoon when I'm texting this random stranger.
Okay. You get the sense that Mario. I mean, I made him sound like an aggressively Italian man last time, so I'm just gonna, even though this is New Orleans and that's not the demographic, I'm just gonna keep saying that this guy is like an immigrant from Ryanstown or something.
He definitely is.
Yeah, so he's, or Chicago, I guess, because Chicago is also canonically Italian apparently. So he's like just very Italian, but like Italian American, like a New Jersey Guido.
Hmm.
Hey, yo, buddy.
Yeah, just imagine like Morello, but a different guy.
But from the East Coast.
Hey, it's me, Mario.
God, every
Oh,
text he
it's
always
literally
opens up
just
in
Sylvester
third person.
Stallone.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me, Mario, the
How you
wife. I
doing?
need to know where you are right now.
Just text, it's a me, a Mario. Wahoo, where are you?
What are your exact grid coordinates?
Give me your coordinates. Hit F3. What's your coordinates? But yeah, you can text the wife. Do you literally ask for like what like her location? Because if you just ask for her location, it'll tell you that she's at home, and that doesn't really help you.
I mean, I would feel like more something along the lines of, where are you at right now?
She says home.
As tempted as I am to do the, like, two eyes looking emoji, I'm not gonna do that. I'll hold myself back.
2 eyes, necktie,
Yeah.
bite lip. Ah, I see.
Yeah, because, obviously I have to be professional. The next text that's end is, your husband is dead. I'm an imposter.
So, want to change that marital status on Bookface?
God. Better go into crowd chat and change your marital status to widow. Do you actually send her a message telling that the husband is dead?
No, Lamel. I mean, not unless Kyra tells me to, of course. I would certainly be
I
open
also
to
want
that.
to know, did you send the message to the boss with you pretending to be Mario,
No.
like with a selfie with the bag of money, being like a
No,
middle finger?
we shaved
I
that.
believe I held
No.
off on that because we need to
Yeah,
wait
we
for this plan.
definitely did. We definitely held off on that one.
Oh, that makes for like a perfect album or profile picture, honestly.
A robot pretending to be a dead guy taking a photo with a bag of stolen money.
With the dead guy in the picture.
But yeah, so okay, that's important. That's good to know. You haven't sent the message yet. All right. So yes, she sends back that she's at home. What is your response?
I mean, I'm just gonna look at Kyra, see what he has to say.
Oh, where's the daughter?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's the
While
one
you're
that
doing
really, I feel, Bonus cares about more. That's dying innocently.
I mean, he cares about both of them, but the child more so. Yes.
All right. Here's the plan. I'm gonna look through his personal information, see if he's got an address somewhere.
He's supposed to be professional.
Yeah, this is like his crime phone.
Then why does he have his wife on his crime phone?
You don't
Because
have you
don't
have
you don't
Donna
have
on
your wife
your
on
crime phone. You have Donna on your crime phone. I don't want to hear.
I just switched my number.
Oh yeah, like you switch your apartment number. Yeah, that went really well for you
Yes.
last time.
It does go pretty well for me.
Yeah, this is Mario's like burner smartphone basically. So like he has his wife's contact, but that's just because his wife calls him at work a lot. And he's like, "Honey, I'm killing people right now. I can't talk right now." You're like, Mario,
What are you doing?
you oaf! You left the stove on again. I know she's Jewish all of a sudden, but
God,
I mean, you could just say, hey, send me the address to send someone else. I'm having some people stop by.
that'd be really sus.
That is
'Cause
mega
he would know
sus.
the address of his own house.
Well, it could be just the information that he needs to send to someone else because he doesn't have it in his phone.
But
So
presumably
he
he
didn't
knows his own
memorize his
address.
own address. The guy's named Mario and
mean-
remembered where he threw the bag last
I
time. I don't think
mean-
he's gonna forget his own home address.
I mean, dude, listen. Does anyone else have a better idea? Just ask her flat out what the address is.
Or maybe, I don't know, also figure out where the child is before we break character. I'd rather not be searching for two people.
This is true. Yes.
And we have a location of where she is, generally.
Yeah, I was gonna say we only have a general location. Like,
You know what? Check his camera. See if he's dumb enough to have a picture of his wife there, or if it's on
Oh,
his
yeah,
home
sure.
screen or lock screen. He may be professional, but I don't know. Maybe he just really loves his wife.
sentimental.
I don't think he would have a picture of his wife on this phone because he is sentimental enough to have his wife in his burner phone, but not. He's also like a professional criminal. So not quite
Let me check his social profiles.
his social.
See if he's got an address of his house.
I don't think he would have any social profiles to be honest, because again, he's a career criminal.
Oh, come on.
Alright, look, not everyone's a
Uh,
DJ, okay?
Yeah, none of them. Bonus doesn't have any
yeah.
socials. It happens.
Something Wonk definitely has socials.
Yeah,
Oh,
something one
yeah,
is like a
he's-
Gen Z criminal.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't have socials. He
Yeah.
hasn't posted in a while. I might want to
Oh,
update
well,
that.
well, does anybody else have any better ideas? All right, yeah, text her where the daughter is.
See if you could see if we know what the daughter's name is already.
I mean, yeah.
Actually-
I am keeping the fact that both wife and daughter are named Maria.
Oh, okay. Works for me.
Maria and Maria Jr.
Yes,
where's
and Mario.
Mario, Maria Jr. The
Yes,
perfect family.
I'm keeping that. Keeping that as canon.
Nice.
The perfect nuclear family.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Not perfect anymore.
Well, whose fault is that?
Not
Yeah, that's me. I'll own up to that.
is.
Sucks to suck.
So again, I think it depends. Are you going to ask where the child is located?
I'm not just gonna straight up ask, "Oh, where is our daughter?"
I mean,
That
you
would be
could. I
kind
mean,
Oh,
aggressive
what?
to me.
Yeah.
I'll send a text being like, "Oh, how's Maria Jr.? Is she with you right now?"
How's Maria Jr.? Let's see. What's the fourth day of the week? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's currently a Wednesday, so Maria Jr. would be at kindergarten.
At where?
Kindergarten. At school.
Oh, I had to like play back my own memory because I thought you said in your garden. I'm like, you have a garden?
Yes, it's in Oid's garden in Ryanstown. This is a psyop. We're talking to an agent, an assassin of a corporation. No, she's at school.
Fuck.
I mean, we haven't sent the funny text yet, so we could just wait
Oh
until
wait,
like a more reasonable hour.
but you can send funny text. Daughter's away, wife's home alone. That'd be really weird if 4 people showed up.
What?
I'd say let's pick them up first.
We didn't know where they are.
Fine. No, we're gonna get to know where they are.
How are we gonna do that?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like, asking, oh, hey, honey, I suddenly come up with a bout of amnesia. Where's our address? Kind of sus. So perhaps it'd be easier if we try and go to the location, like the area Cairo tracked down earlier, and just try and narrow it down from there.
I was gonna suggest that, but I honestly thought I was like, huh, maybe that's too simple.
God, I also had a curse thought, but I'm
Like
gonna
I
save
said,
it.
like I said, that's also a very general area. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think it's like
we
3 square
could
blocks,
get.
something like that. So
I'm not saying we go there. We just like knock on everyone's door until we find Maria and Maria Jr. I'm saying like we go there,
That's
we have Cairo do hacker things or whatever.
or whatever.
and just hack the
I don't know.
network.
I don't use computers. Who do you think I am?
You are a computer.
What? He's not a computer. He's Oid.
He's a clanker, a dirty, dirty clanker. He's a robo ninja right now, though. So
He's currently not a dirty clank. I'll have you know. Oid cleans his body.
well-oiled machine, literally.
Yes.
I mean, I could try to get a hold of networks and just try to like network jump, I guess.
I mean, if you just want to be like odd, we just wait until we see what
I
looks
mean,
to be Maria Jr. enter her house via school bus or some shit.
there's no picture.
That is
I
true.
doubt all these houses are gonna have a daughter. We don't know how old, but have like or actually in kindergarten, have a daughter in kindergarten in their home. If there is, well, got a lot of doors to knock on.
The wife texts you, Mr. Oid, and asks if you've grabbed the money yet.
Oh shit.
Fuck, she knows.
Yeah, she's a mob wife. You know how it
Ah
is.
shit, that's even worse. It's gonna be hard to convince her.
I mean, I don't think so.
Oh no,
I mean,
convince her to go with us is what I mean.
at this point, you might as well just say, "Hey, listen, something came up." S-
My
some
face is
people
kind
that are
of
helping me
split
out-
open.
I just sent her
some
the
people
pic
that
of
are
me
helping
doing a
me out.
selfie with the dead body in the picture.
God.
God.
I'd be like, "Hey, listen, some people that are helping me out are gonna get you out of the city.
No, so
Bring you to
you're not gonna
Losa.
tell her that he's dead. You're
I'll
just gonna
meet
say.
you there."
Well, that's even worse though, because
Yes.
like she's gonna. Yeah,
I don't
she's
think
like,
we should
oh,
do that.
yeah, because then like she's gonna break down once she gets out of the city and like freak out, and who knows how she'll react
Hey,
to that.
we're being morally good to get her out of the city, not to cushion the emotional blow.
I mean,
All right.
if you must know, if she's a mob boss, we could just straight up be like, all right, look, if we want to blow our cover, or that part, we just be like, hey, your husband is dead. We're trying to help you leave. If not, we say something, you know?
I mean, hey, it's up to you guys.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if we tell her, like, we could not blow the ruse.
You mean until we leave?
I mean, at all.
I mean, no, I'm definitely gonna blow your cover tire. I hate to break it to you. It's too funny not to.
Your husband's
All right,
dead.
then fucking tell her husband's dead.
I mean, she's gonna figure it out one way or another.
So then tell her.
Right now?
No, next week. Yes, right now.
Uh,
Be like, hey, your husband's dead. We're gonna get you out of the city with your daughter.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's a sticky situation.
Any way we cut it, it's not gonna be good. So at least this way, we're just getting her and getting out. Our stuff's already packed.
I think Bonus would recommend that you guys like wait an hour to respond and then tell her. Because if you respond right now, then it will be super sus.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, we have to time this properly.
Yeah. Because if you respond and then 2 minutes later she responds and then you respond immediately afterwards by saying your husband is dead, and she'd be like, well, obviously these are the guys that killed him. It's like immediately.
We found him dead yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
We
that's gonna
found
be
your husband
sus.
dead. We're trying to get you out of the city because some very bad people want to take your life. All right, there we go.
Yes,
I
Whoa.
mean,
think,
I was gonna
really
wait
shit.
regardless, so
But definitely the hour later text should be something along the lines of hey, or not hey, no hey at all. Some
No
weird
hey.
shit. There's something along the lines of like, oh, we found your husband dead on the side of the road. Some. We're here to help you leave the city. Something. We're on our
wasn't
way.
like your guys' plan to claim that like the husband had put in place like a contingency with like mercenaries that like you're gonna pretend to be mercs that he had hired in advance to
Yes.
get them out of the city if he ever died or something like that.
That's exactly why we have his phone.
He had a
Oh,
small
I
GPS
love
chip
it.
in his brain that
Oh.
triggered
Even worse.
when he
No.
died.
Even worse. We send right before like the hour's up an I love you text, and then from a different phone, hey.
Hey. So about your husband, he did.
How does that sound?
We can
Really
do that,
fucked
sure.
up?
I'll use an encrypted number.
We go with that?
Yeah, I'm down with it.
That is Oid down with it.
How about you, Oid? I think that is definitely like the funniest option.
Well,
okay, sure. I can swing with this for now.
Alright, so I'm assuming we're all waiting in our vehicles then?
what do you mean, bro? Bonus is gonna get. He's gonna dive back into that 4-star hotel breakfast brunch.
All you can eat?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I have to join him.
Hell yeah. Need to fuel up before the long trip.
Yeah, get a carb load before a big exertion like a murdering mafiosos.
Cairo took his food to go. Man's sitting in his car.
Yes, you
Oh,
guys
doctor,
can.
what brings you here? Besides the fact that you're running away from a different company.
Yeah, like, oh, come here often? She's like, no. No, I don't,
wow.
as a matter of fact.
That makes two of us, doctor. Here's a better question. What do you actually do for you work? I know some really strange plants in there.
She's like, oh, I was attempting to produce. I have to look at my plans to remember specifically what it was. Go scroll farther up. Nope, scroll farther up.
The perfect female plant, perchance? I saw that tentacle in there.
The perfect plant. Yeah, she says that she was an independent researcher attempting to produce a new strain of plant that could like basically absorb pollution.
Pretty cool. I could see why the company that went after you did. That's I honestly don't see. Never mind. What company would want to pay an independent researcher? What am I talking about?
Yeah. Yes, that's what she tells you.
Any luck?
She says that she was on the right track, obviously enough to attract, some rather violent attention, but she hasn't been able to perfect her designs entirely because she needs some more specimens and stuff like that That's what she was doing in those errands you guys were watching the warehouse for. So she's been set back a little bit, but she thinks that her proof of concept is good enough that synthetic chem should be willing to take her on.
That's very good. That's very good. You know. Plant absorb pollution.
Yeah. She also says that she may or may not have stolen some of the designs from Gaia at some point to like improve on their designs.
But I didn't hear that from her, now did I?
Yeah. You're just
Exactly.
Okay, that's interesting.
I mean, Gaia sucks anyway.
Yeah. They're kind of weird.
Okay, alright. That's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
So the hour passes pretty quickly with your guys' second lunchtime. And I assume at that point, you send the final text as Mario, and then you wait another couple of minutes, and she's like, question mark, and then you just don't respond, and it's very depressing. And then you decide to send her a message from one of your other phones, the encrypted phones you guys have, saying what exactly? Hey girl, you up?
So.
Hey yo, what you doing this
So
late into the evening?
The message will be, so, your husband has passed away. We are mercenaries that were hired to get you out of the city.
ASAP.
We need an exact address, the location of your daughter, and you need to be packed and ready to leave in about 5 minutes.
And she's like, oh my god.
No time to panic. Get your shit together now.
I find it funny. This is all through text, so it's just like all caps. Oh my god! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
I'm imagining like the wife is like sending like the crying emojis.
Yeah, for sure.
No time for crying.
Oh my god, this is so sad. I like to play Despacito. Blast from the past.
Yeah, but she does send her address. It tells you that her daughter Maria Jr. is such a stupid name. Her daughter Maria Jr. Because Jr. is only used for male.
I always knew Mario was bad at naming her kids.
Yeah. Maria Jr.
They
is
didn't
at
expect it to get this
kindergarten.
far.
And but she should be getting out of school within the next hour, and then she sends the address of the school in case you guys want to, intercept her early or whatever. And then she sends the home address. I'm going to roll a luck check for. Actually, I'm going to roll 2 luck checks. Why not? I'll make it fair.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, she gives you the information you asked for, and also a lot of crying emojis.
Okay. Here's the plan. Oid in the van. You're going to the school.
No. Immediately no.
What are you talking about, bro?
You might as well paint free candy on the side, bro.
Brother in Christ. Not
Okay,
only is
fine.
he in a blacked out van, he has a big ass gun.
I mean, I think it makes sense. I would just disguise as the father and I'll be like, oh, I need to pull Marie Jr. out of school early.
That's
Something.
what
I
was
guess
saying.
you could do that, yeah. But it's
Not
just
in the
so
van,
funny.
please.
I think it's so funny that you rock up as a Robo Ninja body with like the weird messed up metal gold skull with the machine gun on the roof. You're like, I need your children. Get in the car if you want to live.
I just step to the front door. I require a child.
Okay, fine. Then bonus gets to go to the school.
Bonus and Oid can go to this school. You and me can go pick up the wife.
The worst
What
combo.
do we do with the doctor?
All right, you can go pick up the
Alright,
wife.
then the doctor goes with us.
No, a doctor should
I
go to the
mean-
school because she needs some kind of empathy to balance out Bonus and Oid.
What are you talking about? We and Bonus are bastions of morality. You know,
Okay,
we're the
fine,
real
fine,
humanists on this team.
So Bonus, Oid, and the doctor go to the school, and me and Nox go to the house.
God. A mercenary, a robot, and a doctor go to school.
And a botanist to walk into a
Technically,
school.
the robot's a mercenary.
God. This is so scuffed. I'm just imagining like the Terminator Police Department scene, but it's a school.
I need your boots,
There's
your
no
clothes,
guns
and your
firing
motorcycle.
anything. A guy just walks in, it's like, you come with me now.
Come with me if you want
Come
to
with
leave.
me if you want to live. I need your boots, your clothes, and your motorcycle.
And that child.
That's not even my kid. Doesn't matter.
Mine.
Doesn't matter. The child is mine.
God. Alright.
God. God, Oid inherits the child.
The kid is in the back of the van, or it's just like, put the cookies. You didn't eat your vegetables yet.
There's no place for a child.
Lord. Alright, yeah. So, Oid and Bonus and Dr. Vanderhouse hop in the van and Bonus's hover car. And
Well,
blast
Vanderhouse
off.
has the U-Haul that
Oh,
she
yeah,
needs
she
to
has the
take.
U-Haul.
I mean,
Because as soon as we pick these people up, we're leaving.
Alright, so she does that. And then yeah, she takes the U-Haul. And then
I'm gonna
lots of
turn to
fire.
Oid before we leave, though. I'm gonna tell him, ditch the phone.
What? But then I can't send my funny text.
Oh, that is true. That is very true. Hold on to it for now.
Just don't show the wife.
Yeah.
No, not
Alright.
not the pic. I'm talking about the phone.
Either.
Oh, yeah.
Don't show her either.
Well, the wife's not seeing the phone anyway.
Yeah.
So, alright, let's get going.
Alright, so I will handle Bonus and Oid and the Doctor because this is the more interesting
Very funny.
encounter. So, you guys roll up to this grungy, ghetto, mega corporate sponsored preschool kindergarten in the middle of Jetson Parish in New Orleans. Actually, you guys couldn't take your cars because this is a canal city. What am I talking about? They would be parked near the entrance still, about the hotel in the corporate district. So
Oh, I
the
thought
three of
this was
them,
on the corporate dish.
no, no,
Corpus.
no, no, no.
Corporate.
Corporate.
Corporate. Thank you.
No, these people live. The corporate district is called the Dry Parish because it's on land, and then they live in Jetson Parish. So yeah, so only Bonus, unless you want to rent or steal a boat, only Bonus can, actually get to their house.
I mean,
I think it'll fit in Bonus's car.
yeah, but the school. I guess like myself and Bonus can go to the wife then.
What do you mean?
Right, because he can only get to the wife, no, or unless you mean he can also
No,
get
it's
to
a
the
hover car. You
preschool.
can go anywhere.
Ah, then never mind. Then
Yeah.
yeah, myself and Cairo will have to rent like a boat.
Yeah, because the cars can get like in the general vicinity of the buildings, but they can't, get near, like park down the block or something.
Yeah.
The general vicinity will work.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to park blocks away no matter what. But not
That's
for Bonus.
fine.
Bonus can fly. So the Oid, Doctor, Bonus hop in Bonus's hover car and blast off to the preschool kindergarten. It's like 1-story, well, probably 2-story, little makeshift, rundown, metal-walled, rusty building. Bonus, parks, like, basically on the sidewalk, because there's no Skylane parking lots or parking spaces here. So he just parks in the middle of the sidewalk, and then everybody gets out. And I assume you guys will go inside. Oid, are you using the Oid body or the Robo Ninja body?
I'll be using the traditional body.
Okay. Are you disguised as anyone at the moment?
Right now.
No? Alright. Good old Clanker Man.
Actually, no. I'll put on like a Joe Schmo thing,
Alright, so you put on Joe
just
Schmo.
for posterity.
So Joe Schmo, Bonus, and Dr. Vinterhouse walk into a school. And,
Nothing can
I'm
go
That sounds
wrong.
like the
Oid's
beginning of a shitty
disguised as
joke.
father.
no.
Not immediately.
What do you mean not immediately? We're just gonna polymorph into Mario mid-conversation with the secretary? Like, yes, I am now the
listen,
man.
bro. I'm just trying to be a little bit discerning.
Sure, bro, sure. So you guys walk into the school, and, there's like the front office area and everything. And I assume you will walk up and ask about getting Maria Jr. out of school. Yes, no, maybe so. Or do you just like walk in and dome the secretary?
I mean, I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, can I use your bathroom? No reason.
And she's like, sure?
Cool. And then I walk away.
As a random guy, Bonus, who looks like a walking tower of metal and guns, and then this, like, thin, short, lab coat wearing woman walk into this building, and only one of them asks to go to the bathroom. The secretary is thoroughly confused. But yeah, so you can go to the bathroom.
Alright, well, is Bonus gonna ask about the kid?
I mean, do you want him to ask about the kid?
Yes.
Alright, so he'll be like, I need a child. And she's like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, sorry, do you have a Maria Jr. here? And she's like, I can't disclose, student information without permission from a parent. But it's just like...
And that's when I walk out of the bathroom, as you know. Mario. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what's this about parents' permission?
God, I really want to make a check with this secretary to see if she knows that, like, wait a minute, Mario never came in here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give her a chance to see through your ruse.
Don't tell me she failed.
Didn't she? She passed.
She got a 10.
Oh my god!
So
This
quote
secretary
unquote
needs to
Mario,
be a-
quote unquote Mario walks out of the bathroom and is like, actually, I'm right here. And the secretary pulls out a Glock and is like, back up, stranger danger, back up. Nobody moves.
I mean, I put my hands in it and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is this gun?
She's like, Mario didn't come into this building, alright?
I think I'm just gonna stare at her dead in the eyes and be like, what are you talking about? It's me, Mario.
Gonna have to debate if she shoots you.
She's like, fuck, he did the line.
He did the line.
Only Mario does that line.
only Mario can say it's a me Mario. No, God. No, I think she got a 10, so she doesn't believe you. She's like, I don't know what this is about, but you all need to leave right now.
I would say pull out the listen. Mario has passed away.
don't fucking say Mario has passed
so
away.
Has obviously failed you.
Just pull
This
out
is
the
so
damn
messed
text
up.
from the mother.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Are we on sub vocals right now?
No, probably not. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Text him real quick, be like, hey, I need permission to get
I
your
mean, you
child out
have
of the
Mario's
damn-"
real phone, so you can just be like, look, it is
Oh,
definitely
shit.
me.
You do.
Bonus sub vocals to Oid really quick.
Oh yeah, if I'm not Mario, then
Actually,
why's his phone in my hand?
never mind. I could just walk over and be like, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not gonna walk over because still has a gun out, but I'm just gonna like slowly reach into my pocket, you know, because I have his wallet and his ID.
You do, yeah.
This is true.
It's like, look, it is me, Mario. And then you
Ah.
like give her the ID, and she looks at the ID, and she like you can see the wires have been crossed in her
Oh,
brain.
wait. I see. I know how to take this back. Be like, you know, you need to get some sleep. I was able to just sneak past you, and I didn't even sneak.
I just walked right in here. You had no idea.
You could do something like that and be like, you pay more attention. You know, some stranger can walk in and do some harm here. You don't pay attention more.
Just used bonus. But yeah, so you give the woman the ID, and she sees that she's like really gets really confused, and she's like, this doesn't make any sense.
So I'm just gonna be like, were you up late last night? Were you, you know, watching the game or something? You know, you seem a little bit tired.
And she's like, no, sir, don't understand. You came in here and got your daughter a half an hour ago.
Oh shit!
I beg your pardon?
And I'm just gonna look at her and I'm like, well,
I
that
did.
can't be real. I'm right here. Whatever do you
she's
mean?
Like, she's like freaking out.
Having a case of deja vu.
All
I
right.
swear to
Well,
God.
how about you tell me about this? A man looking like me came in here, said he was me, and he took my daughter out of school.
And she's like, yes, someone who I thought was you came in with a bunch of your friends, and you know they needed to take your daughter out of school to go on a trip.
And you let them?
But it was you, sir.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll ask her. Which friends of mine were these, if you can recall?
Where do I have to look?
I sure put the
Would
gun
she?
down.
Would she? I don't know if she would even know. I guess she would know because it's New nobody cares.
Well, if she doesn't know like their names, I'm just gonna ask her what their appearances were.
Okay, yeah. So she describes. Oh God. Let me look. Let me look. She might. So like, this is New Orleans, and crime is a broad daylight thing, and because of like the weird culture in the city, dive gangs, which is what Mario's a part of, are sometimes considered. Like the old mafia was in Italy, where like it replaced the government and the police, so they were considered to be good guys. So it's possible that this woman knows that Mario was involved
You're
in a
saying
gang.
we killed Cairo killed a good guy?
Well, no, but because the culture is
The perception
yes,
is.
the perception is that dive gangs are good. At least they used to be good. They're not. They're less good now because they only like behead people. But back in the day, when they were first sort of starting to come around, they were considered good guys. And there's a whole wiki article on that if you want. If you want to read that. Do some research. But yeah, where is there? She might know their names because they're like public figures. She tells you that the guy who came in here. And I'm gonna roll. Flip a coin to see which of the people whose names you would know came in here. All right.
You would know?
Yeah, because their names would have been in the phone.
Oh.
She says that Mr. Irving Brunskill, who is the name of the handler in the phone, technically his role wouldn't be handler. His role would be called Crow, which refers to Crow's Nest because the dive gangs are nautical. And he's the handler. Irving Brunskill, with a couple other, I guess you would call them like Mario's like sailor buddies, came in with somebody that she thought was Mario, and got Maria Jr. out of class a little bit early.
I can already see Bonus running through his mind how he's gonna kill these guys.
Yeah. Well, right now he's like, somebody else has an oid? Like, how this is possible? Somebody can change their face? My God. We're doomed.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what she tells you.
Alright. Well, in that case, I guess I'll thank her for her time, and I'll walk out of the building with the others. And at this time, I send a text to Ira being like, things have become more complicated.
No, Kyra's dead. What a shame.
I pick up Cairo's phone and I go, "Oh, what happened?"
And I'll be like, according to the secretary at the kindergarten, Mario already stopped by with the handler and already picked up his daughter.
Wait.
Mario's a zombie?
What I think they're trying to say is that the rest of the gang already got to the daughter. At this point, I will immediately message the wife, be like, yeah, if members of the gang come to your house, don't open the door.
And she texts back, oh my gosh. And that's it. More crying emojis.
Listen to me, woman!
I put it. I just imagine all caps. Listen to me, I'm like, Cairo. That is not how you treat a woman, alright?
Your
Treat
life
her.
is in danger. Your daughter is missing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Cairo, you are so bad at, like, trying to calm people down.
Shut the fuck up.
Why are you yelling now? We're in the middle of a canoe right now. There's no need to yell.
Everyone else in canoe traffic just looks over at Cairo like, damn, bro.
Canoe traffic. Oh my god. Guys, I'm so scuffed.
What do you expect was gonna happen?
I mean, I guess it makes sense that like boats are open top, so yeah, people just see Cairo scream at Nox. People are like, well, that guy hates his girlfriend.
God, you're like, you need to calm down, man. It's not that serious.
Okay.
But then
Take a breather.
The wife sends
I'll
back
message-
in all caps that she's gonna like gouge the mobster's eyes out and stuff like that. She's just like sending death threats to you over text.
I'll message it to her. It's already being handled. I'll go back to Oid and Bonus and I'll be like,
Please tell me it's being
Guys.
handled.
handle it. Whoever you have to, I don't care. Just get the girl.
God. When bonus is gonna sub-vocal back and be like, we have no idea where she is, so...
Well,
Oh, wait.
I'll send them the general grid coordinates.
What are you talking about? Just wait. Just check the other messages
This is true.
on the phone. I doubt they did not text Mario. Maybe they didn't. But, I don't know. Maybe Mario's gonna get a text and like, a few hours to be like, oh, give us the money, or else we'll kill your child or something. I don't know. So whatever the fuck these guys do.
Alright, so at this point, we will hard cut to Nux and Cairo as they arrive, like, I assume jogging down the grimy metal and plastic and stone concrete
I'll have on
streets.
with me on this one.
I'll look at Kyra. I'm like, you calm now?
About as calm as one can be.
Good, because I don't need to be taking care of two people that are not calm.
That's when bonus text back, Aug, in all caps.
God damn, he must have saw a Kode in a bikini.
Awooga?
Damn it, I was just about to make that joke.
But yeah, so,
Your
so
minds
you guys,
think alike.
you guys pull up to like the apartment building. Where
I will see if there's any suspicious people around. You know, anyone looking for
Yeah.
any gang affiliated canoes parked around here. You know.
Honestly.
All right, give me a perception check.
Can I make
Sure.
one as well?
Sure.
All right. That is a. Let me get my light out. That is a 7. Good sir.
A 7.
Hold on. A 6.
All right, so you both take a look around outside. You don't see anything immediately obvious. You head into the apartment building, and you see, like right as you guys walk in, and the elevator doors across the room are closing. There's like 3 really burly guys, in what I can only describe as like pseudo dive suits, but like sort of cargo versions of dive suits. You know, like a bunch of pockets on them, and they're like tactical, and they're kind of like they're like coveralls, and they're unzipped like half the way, so like they've got them tighter on their waists and stuff. Like
I'll be honest.
Alright.
When you said dive suit for the first time, I was trying to picture like a dive bar version, but in a suit form. Like,
No.
Alright.
Good
What the
diving.
I'm
Fuck,
going
yeah.
to message the wife, and I'll be like,
take the stairs.
find a place to hide. We'll be up in a bit. They're coming.
What? Wait, fuck. What floor is she on? I know it was like
What
sent to
floor
us.
are you on?
She
Yeah.
would be on.
No, it was probably sent to
She
us.
would be on. I'm gonna roll a
The
dice.
first floor. It's like, why are they taking the elevator?
First floor? No, she's on the second floor.
Okay.
Ah, fuck.
Well, I mean,
Quickly,
we can take
before
the
anything
stairs.
happens,
Yeah, she's.
describe this building to me.
yeah.
I mean, it's a grungy, rundown, low-income metal.
Balcony?
apartment
Yes,
building.
no.
Balcony? Probably not, honestly.
Look.
This is New Orleans, in the bad part of New Orleans.
Are there
Windows?
stairs
Yes,
that we
no.
can take?
There are windows.
All right. You take the stairs. I'll go in through her window.
Oh, that's right. You can climb.
Yeah, you got mag grips.
Mhm,
Alright,
and,
so
I'll text her and be like, put, I don't know, whatever window leads outside open.
Okay.
I will draw both revolvers and put Ankh in low guard mode and follow me.
All right. So
I don't know who you want to do first, so.
I will do Cairo first.
Alright.
So you start sprinting up this metal staircase. Clunk 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 clunk. Running.
I keep forgetting I have mag boots too, so yeah, they
Yes,
would
yes,
clunk a little bit.
Clunk, ba-ding, clunk, ba-ding, clunk, ba-ding. It's sort of sprinting, and they're unlocking and locking every step.
Well, no, I wouldn't have them locked all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah, obviously, but it's funny. But that means that they do turn blue when they touch a metal surface. They're like raving right now as you walk.
Man, I should use these in my show more often.
Probably does.
Yeah. And you make it to the second floor. Right as you see, like one of the guys, they all have like guns out and stuff. One of them
Oh, is it
kicks the door down and they
dramatic?
start
Ah,
to
man.
rush into the room. So like 2 of them get inside. One of them is in the hallway, kind of keeping watch, and he sees you burst through the door stairwell.
I will take my first shot with the Wing of Osiris.
All right.
This needs a perception check, correct?
Yes.
All right.
At a +1 because
Oh yeah, that's right.
targeting suite.
Oh baby, that's a natty.
Jesus.
So that's 2d12 if I'm correct. Times 10 times 2. Plus 40.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the range thing?
No, I've got rip rounds.
You got rip ammo.
Oh. A flat plus
Ooh.
40. That's pretty nice.
That's 2 11s.
Oh.
Jesus.
This
Two
poor
11s
guy.
Plus 40, so that's what? 220, 260, 520 damage.
Jesus. This
So
wife
I-
better appreciate
I
it.
pressed open the door around the corner. Ka-doom!
And he swivels this like weird looking kind of what you imagine is a pistol designed to be used underwater. And he swivels it at you, and you just kaboom, and explode his face. Just the whole head is just gone, just shrapnel. Just
That reminds you of Mario, doesn't it?
well, Mario's face is still intact.
Oh
you know.
yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
you, bam! Explode goo number one's head. Knocks you as you reach the second story window that's now open. You hear this gunshot go off, and you hear like the door get kicked in, and the guys be like, "Oh, Maria, we're here to, we're here. It's us. Come out wherever you are.
We didn't really plan this out.
Whatever, forget it." And they, you hear them like
So
stomping around.
What's their reaction to their friend getting his head blown off?
Okay, so they hear.
Wait,
the
did he
gunshot.
catch them already breaking the door in, or was it noticeable?
Oh no, I watched.
Yeah,
I at least watched them do it.
Oh,
caught
so
them
they're
at the
like
back
right
end.
there.
Yeah.
They could probably
Yeah.
turn around and be like, "No,
Yeah, so,
not
like,
head
they're-
Jimmy."
They're like 10 feet in front of, behind their now dead friend. Like, right
What's
in the
what's
kitchen.
their first instinct?
Initiative, I think. This is the first.
Well, did she at least like hide herself?
Yes, she did.
Okay, good. I rolled a 9 for myself, and a 7 for Ankh.
A 9 for you is a
But a
14.
moment.
Is it a 7 for Ankh?
7 for Ankh.
15.
My baby boy.
Enemies rolled an 8. In total, because they suck. What does Nox get?
I got a 9 total?
I got an 8 total.
Oh, dang.
Total of 2.
I rolled a 7.
Alright, so that puts us also 15. So up first is Nox and Ankh, because they have the same initiative and the same agility. So
I'll let Ankh go first.
Okay.
so these guys, you hear the gunshot goes off, the guy's body falls over. You get the two dudes, whip around, and they're like, "Oh my God, they killed Giuseppe, another Italian guy in New Orleans."
Yeah, there's a lot of Italians in Louisiana. Almost like an infestation, some might say. So what Ankh's
I want
gonna
to know if
do?
Giuseppe was a black guy, just for the reference. All right, an Italian black guy.
Black Italian guy, very rare.
Yeah.
Just like a black Russian guy. It's
Also very rare.
thing. So what Ankh's gonna do is he's going to skulk near like the wall and get ready for like a breach
Okay.
kind of scenario where he like pops around and surprises them. Because I don't think they know that Ankh is there.
They know a guy's there.
Yeah,
They
so-
don't
Yeah,
know.
they know a guy is there.
They don't know something's
They're
gonna
not
be
expecting
underneath
a
knee
robot
level.
dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so you can spend an action to run up and kind of take cover right by the doorway.
I think for his second action, he's gonna pop around the corner and let off a couple rounds.
Okie dokie. At this point, he would be able to see one of the guys.
Okay, so that is 2 rounds that he's popping off.
All right, that would be at a -1, I think, or -2.
I think it's a -1.
That's the crow. Here we go. Machine gun. Fire Tattoo is -2.
Oh, it's a -2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
But it's only -1 because it's a targeting suite. Haha.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh. Don't mess with a dog in a targeting suite.
Oh, that's a 1 and a 4.
Oh, the
Yeah,
gun
10 and a
jams.
4. I'm sorry.
Click.
No, no, it's a 10 and a 4. It
10 and a 4.
sat on 1 for a little too long for my taste, and then it switched to a 4.
Yeah,
Just
it's
I also,
imagine.
I'm also
Steve
using
Cogger.
my phone flashlight to read my dice.
Ah.
So the 10
I
genuinely
can
looks
see
like
that.
Because I've got like gold inlay on my dice.
That does it.
Yeah,
The 4 is a
that would fail,
close
no?
thing. That matches. It's also that it misses if dramatic effect, but that 10 should be enough to kill him anyway. So roll your damage,
sick.
3d12 times 10 times 2.
Monk has a 7 perception.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
He's got a 7 strength, 7 perception, 8 agility?
Yep.
Man.
Yes. Alright, so it's what, 3d12 you said?
Yeah.
Dang. Unless you like bottom dams here,
Yeah.
I think this guy is gonna live. Okay, well he almost bottom damned. A 10, and a 1.
10 and a 1. That's 200. That's 420 damage anyway. So kill this
One
guy
round
twice
knocks out the
over.
window.
Yeah. Just kaboof, kaboof. And the first round goes through the guy's head, clean, in and out. And the second round obliterates Mario's coffee machine.
No.
Like espresso flies everywhere.
The poor coffee machine.
Yeah.
His favorite brew.
So that is Onk's turn. It is now
God.
Nox's turn.
Ankh is literally just that one transformer from the one movie that has like the guns on his back.
Pretty much.
Well, what room did I enter in?
Oh, you're still outside.
What room would I have entered in?
You would enter into the living room / kitchen main
That just
room.
got shot.
Yeah, so like the bullet just like exploded 5 feet away from the window.
I'll do the cool, like, kick in through the window even though it's open.
Alright, so you
Feet
close
first,
the window
feet
and then
first, there we
shatter
go.
anyway. Rock and roll.
Something like that. Yeah. But feet first, you know, essentially. And when I land feet first, what do I notice?
You see the room off to your left. There is a hallway that presumably leads to like a closet, bathroom, and then the bedroom. And you can hear a woman screaming and some scuffling coming from that area.
I go into that area.
All right, now I roll some dice. This would be this dice. All right. Okay. We should roll it again. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So you rush into the bedroom, and you see this last guy is trying to like wrestle the wife, but she has like steel nails, and is digging them into the guy's face as he's trying to grab her. So he's screaming and she's screaming, and there's like blood running down her arms, like down this guy's face, and he's like and he's like trying to grab for his gun and like basically shoot her point blank, but you have your action, so you get to shoot him first.
There's so many funny things I can do here.
I hope taking a prisoner is one of them.
I'm so glad you said that. That was like last in my mind, but yeah, I'll probably. All right.
That's so much extra on top.
What are you talking about? It's not extra. We need it.
Well, that is true because we
I'm
need
glad
to grab our
Oid said that
monsters.
because I was gonna try to. I was like, oh, they're in grapple. I guess I would be like, oh, let me help you out. Grab his gun, point it at the wife, and then shoot him. Well then, if that's the case, I will. Can you even non-lethal with a titanite sword? Titanite sword? Can you?
I mean, you can cut an arm off.
I mean, yeah, technically a melee weapon you can non-lethal with. You know, worst case you could just back smack him with the hilt. You know, just clonk.
This is true. Or you could just punch him really hard.
Yeah, you could punch him real hard.
Now I think I'll do more knockout damage if I use improvised.
Yes, you do 1.5 times your bare hands.
Pick up a vase, throw it
Yeah,
at
you
his.
could. You could pick up the nearest like alarm clock and just smash it over his head.
I could.
Like a Home
Is there
Alone skit.
anything that looks a lot better than my sheath that I could use as an improvised weapon to clock this guy out?
Within arm's reach, there would be like a painting on the wall. Maybe there would be like. I mean, I'm just looking around my own house. Let's see what items are on my walls. Like an little like end table you could pick up with one hand and just smack against his face.
Oh, hell
no, it's
yeah.
the scene from the Mummy.
Yeah.
It's the scene from the Mummy where it picks up
Yeah.
the chair.
Yeah, so you could just like grab the little like end table and just.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'm like, God, you people are such amateurs and taking bonk.
Alright. This guy
So is
can
that, like,
technically
one-
dodge, or he's trying to dodge. Disadvantage because he's grappled and grappling this woman. He got a 7 and a 6. Hilarious. He actually does dodge.
Wow.
So you go to like you grab this little end table and you go to swing it down at him, and like right as you go to swing down, he like steps backwards and like bumps into you and like interrupts your swing. So you end up like dropping the end table and like he bumps into you bump into him and like his face is bleeding. He can't see anything. It's chaos. That is your
There
that
it
your
is.
turn.
Pain.
There it is in main K4 chat.
Main K4 shit. Yeah.
Hey, Betty.
Very clunk. Alright, so that means it is now Cairo's turn.
Alright, I'm going to do a smart option. I'm going to move into the apartment and cover the door.
Alrighty. So you cover the door. Okay.
Just knock out the guy.
Well, I gotta wait for him to come out of the room, right?
He's not gonna come out of the room.
Oh, well then, yeah, fine, I'll knock him out.
We saw three
I was gonna say, I can
people.
cover the door if someone else comes up.
I don't think you have the movement to get all the way into the bedroom. Even with
This
two
is
actions,
true.
I don't think you
Can I
In one
see the
action,
guy
can
from
you even
here?
see, like, into the bedroom?
No. You could get like most of the way down the hallway, but not quite enough.
In one action?
In two actions.
In two actions.
Well then,
It's
yeah,
40
I'll
feet
just
from
cover
you.
the hallway then. I'll use one action to move up a little, and then use the other as a held action.
Okay. Now it is Maria and the enemies. They got the same initiative.
Oh god.
So this is gonna be a coin flip to decide who goes first.
Who dies?
Heads, I'm gonna make Maria. I picked heads. All right. Great.
Ooh.
So she is going to spend her first action attempting to wrestle the gun out of this guy's hands. She doesn't have a good chance doing this because, you know, a woman
The
versus
difference
a dude.
and everything.
Yeah, but we'll see.
With
Oh
my
my
moral
god.
support.
She
She
passed?
They both rolled super high. It's just that he happens to be.
To have
She
the
rolled a
more
9. He rolled a 10.
stat. Yikes.
Yeah, so she
Gee.
can't wrestle it away from him. So instead, she's just going to try to like slice his throat open with her. Actually, no, because you want to take him captive. So she's gonna grab the end table and smash it over his head.
Can't dodge twice, pretty boy.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Yeah. So he gets hit for her bare hands times 1.5. 2 times 1.5 is 30. So
She only rolled a 2?
well, it actually only does 1d4. She doesn't have bionic arms. So 30 plus damage she already did. Gets you. He's not unconscious yet. So she just smacks him over the head with his end table, and he's like, oh, Jesus, and that's her turn. God, I don't even know. I think he is going to try to. Okay, his first action is going to be to try to pistol whip Maria. Then his second action is going to try to pistol whip Nox.
Good luck with that.
So Maria will
Is my
attempt to dodge.
dude doing like a wide greatsword swing with his Glock?
Yeah, he's got two actions. He can swipe twice. He's just like a
Bro.
wild swinging.
My man is trying to respect on 2 women right now.
Yeah, she rolled a 10 though, so he's not hitting nothing.
God, this guy, rough time over here.
Yeah, he's not having a good day. So he swings at Maria, and she dodges deftly with a critical success. Swings at Nox. Are you going to try to dodge, Nox?
Can I grab it?
No, that would be a maneuver that you only get if you're good at melee combat.
And you're not that.
No. Let me
No,
count.
not at all. Dodge it is with a
Alright.
7.
A 7. Alright, yeah, so he swings and misses hilariously.
Lamau.
Now it is Nox and
Shouldn't have
Onk's turn,
used.
but for the sake of brevity, I will let Nox go first.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, since she, did she take the end table and hit him with it?
Yes.
I'll also take the end table.
So you grab the end table from her and just
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Let me show you how it's done.
his bionic Codian arm just slams it through this dude's skull.
Yes.
So roll your bare hands, 1d100. And,
I'll let him dodge if he
can,
wants.
He can attempt to dodge. Actually, yes, he can attempt to dodge.
I have 2. That's why I'm letting
He
him
rolled
be cool
a
for a
2
bit.
because he's blind. So
Never mind. So what is that? Is that 2 or 1?
it's 1d100 times 1.5.
God.
You will probably knock him out with this one shot. So he has less than half
Oh.
health left.
I
He's
rolled
already
100.
taken like what, 60, right?
And you see, no, she's at the 130 to him so far.
Oh.
Yeah, she made him almost dead with only her bare hands. Yeah, so
I
150.
rolled max.
150 total damage. You just, I'll show you how it's done. And you shatter the end table to splinters as this guy drops like a sack of potatoes. Just,
And then I do the cool I the damn gif, the 2 like muscled guys like clasping their arms together.
mm-hmm.
That's what I do with her. I'm like, good job on, not dying.
And she's like, oh, I would never let a chump like that get one over on me.
Why is she Bostonian?
Hey, forget about it.
God.
What can I
Apparently
say? Mario
everyone
rubbed
here
off
is
on him.
just from fucking Ryan's town.
You just only you found the one Italian family in New Orleans. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. This is clearly evidence of the great Italian exodus.
Go to Italy and K4 is vacant. It's a ghost town. Everyone's moved around the world.
Ryan's town no longer is functioning.
There's a glitch in the system.
God, no, you found the one Italian family, Italian-American family. The one Ryanstown immigrants into New Orleans.
Alright.
Because
Well,
the other two
that-
goons are black dudes. So,
Oh man.
Mm.
Alright. Well,
They probably
I
practice voodoo.
dust her off a bit and be like, all right, well, we gotta get you going. We gotta get you. We gotta get your daughter. However, you need to make you look a little different.
that's when you beat her unconscious.
While you're doing that, I'll come in like gingerly like smack the guy awake. Like obviously taking away his guns first.
Yeah, he's
Watch
not
out.
getting them.
He's burly.
He is burly.
That doesn't mean anything to a 44.
Also, you see that this guy has gills on his neck.
I'm shoving my revolver right down his mouth.
I really hope you said gills.
I could do that.
Because we need him to talk. It's like,
No, no,
where's
I
the
know
daughter?
that. Well, me putting it in his mouth is just an intimidation tactic. I'm also going to use my fame ability, Aura of Glory.
What does that do again?
It gives me advantage to intimidation, right? Well, actually, I'm going to smack him awake and then use pistol twirl, and then pop Aura of Glory.
And really letting on thick, huh?
Okay, so you
Yeah,
got
bro.
pistol 12. So pistol 12 requires an agility check.
All right, I'll do that. That's a 7.
All right, so you twirl your pistol. This guy is impressed for some reason. And then you pop your Aura of Glory, which requires a fame check.
Okay. Oh, that's a 9.
So that implies this guy recognizes you, by the way. I
That's
just want to make that clear, mechanic.
that God
That's
fucking damn.
Yeah. Yeah, so you wake this guy up and he goes, oh, Pharaoh?
And I'm just putting my gun to his forehead.
Yeah, he just have a gun for you. He's like, oh my god, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, I didn't mean to.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
cock
god,
the
wait,
hammer
that
bag.
that's perfect. You don't need to intimidate him.
This
Be
guy
like,
wakes
"Oh,
up.
yeah."
This guy wakes up and sees the equivalent of like Rihanna twirling a revolver in his hands, standing over his body.
Rihanna's over here, like, tell me where the child. Oh my god, Rihanna! Oh my god!
I love you.
I love you! Oh my god, you're
Alright,
Super
well,
Bowl.
if you know me, that makes this a hell of a lot easier. 1, where's your boss? 2, where'd they take the child?
Alright, he's not stunned because he passed the willpower check, so he's not, you know.
Fangirling over
Yeah, not fully fangirling. You just still get advantage to charisma checks. You ask him who you work for and where's the girl, right?
Yeah.
He says that he works for Irving Brunskill, the handler.
Alright.
Well, actually, technically he would say that he works for the Driftwoods.
More specific.
Then he would say Irving Brunskill.
Alright. Where'd they take the girl?
He says that they took the girl to Irving's. Irving's. Wait a minute. Where is it? I'm about to write it down. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So he says that Irving is having the girl brought to the gang's hideout, which is run out of a bar near the edge of the city. Near the edge of the city.
Okay. Exact address.
Yeah, he can give you the exact address.
Alright, I'm going to open up the chamber on my revolver. Take out all but 1 round. I'll give the chamber a spin, and then slap it shut. And I'm like, alright, you've been forthcoming, but now we're gonna play a game together. If I pull the trigger, and it clicks, you get to go free. If not, well, you won't be here to argue. And I'll cock the hammer back and put it right into his forehead.
All right, pick a number 1 through 6.
Oh, I was gonna say I've actually got one in my airsoft gun right now, and I was gonna go off of that.
Oh, I mean it's up to you.
Yeah, I actually don't know what chamber the actual like shell itself is in. So, here we go. Let's check. Oh, he's lucky. He's lucky. It was 1 chamber away.
All right, so he lives. And he's like, oh my god, my idol tried to kill me, guys.
Yes, and now you're gonna go back to sleep, and I'll pistol whip him in the face.
Break his nose. Ugh.
You didn't see anything.
Kowalski analysis.
I look at Cairo and go, now they know who the fuck took the family.
Yeah, but no, they don't, and, and I'll shoot him anyway. At least he went out thinking I was merciful.
And Murray is like, oh my god, that guy deserved it though.
Listen, you're not gonna be living here much longer anyway.
So now that we've seen Marie in the flesh, she hot?
I mean, she's like,
try and
you
bang
know.
the wife.
I mean, she's not ugly.
All right.
She's a fit, middle-aged Italian mother.
So a MILF.
Not that bad.
Not quite,
that
but
bad.
yeah.
She fits the description.
Yeah, because like her, you know, Mario is also not like an ugly guy. He's also moderately handsome.
At least from Ryan's
Alright.
tone, I'd assume
Alright.
so.
God, it's like it was a physiognomy trope in K4 for good looking. You could only be from Ryanstown or LA. There's no in between.
Yeah. Yeah, there is no in between. You're right.
God. But yeah, so, you know, just that. And she's like, oh, you don't have my daughter, you're gonna put my daughter.
I put my hand on her. I'm like, look, someone else will get your daughter.
We've got guys on it. For now, come with us.
And then I stop counting and go, wait. She still looks like Maria. We gotta change that.
Well, I guess. I'll let you handle that.
So I like rummage through her clothing, trying to find something that's non-conspicuous, something that makes her look ordinary and not so Italian.
I mean, I could give her my lightly armored trench coat.
I mean, you know, you can find, you know, like an inconspicuous outfit for her, I guess.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll like put her hair up differently, straighten it if I have to, you know, apply a little makeup and look at her and be like, yeah, I guess now you kind of look more like not Maria.
Not Maria. Ah, yes, it is I, not Maria.
You know it.
Alright, I go to not Maria and I go, is there anything you need to, you feel so attached to you can't leave here? Because I'm not about to go on a whole trip somewhere else to hear you complain about it.
You're like, oh, don't worry, honey. I've got a bug out bag for this, and she pulls out like a bunch of duffel bags from underneath the bed.
You know what? Okay.
We did tell her to pack.
Yeah,
This
so,
is true.
You know, I've been married to a dive gangster for you know how many years? I know how this works.
Sounds like this isn't your first time going through this.
And she looks at you and he's like, do I look like I'm from New Orleans?
Fair enough. Let's get out of here.
Alright, cool. Let's go. I do, you know, tap down the other guys, see what they have on them.
Oh, we're absolutely yoinking the guns.
Yeah, they have like, you know, low quality firearms. Like,
But you said they're weird and made to fire underwater too.
yes, that's the only semi-interesting feature about them is that they are designed to.
Well, we're yoinking them anyway.
I'll give one to like not Maria, like
She has
unless she has one. Yeah,
she
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, hold on, wait a minute, she should have one.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I go, I'm like, never mind, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna be like, your husband wanted you to have this, and I hand her the gun that was in the duffel bag, but I was like, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, not smart.
So yeah, sure, I'll cover her, walk out non-conspicuously through the stairs, like doo 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 doo. Nothing happened up there.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
All right. And then we will. I assume you share the address for the club, the bar, to
Yes.
the others. Okay.
So
The
they
hard
can go
cut
there.
back to Oid and Bonus and Dr. Vanderhouse. All stuff inside Bonus's hovercar.
One thing I will do before we switch is I'll have Ra go to that location and give some top-down visual.
Okay, so it'll take him some time to deploy, but
Yes.
Oh my god, he's using the drone,
Oh
guys.
my god, it's the crow
I'm
drone.
using-
Oh my
I'm using the bombless crow drone,
Oh my
guys.
god. It should commit suicide. Oh my god.
But yeah, okay. So, Oid and Bonus and Dr. Vanderhouse.
Okay.
Vanderhouse is probably not suited for this part of the mission. So,
Well, she
I mean,
doesn't
I don't
need to go
expect her
in, she
to,
just
you know,
needs
raid the
to-
bar with us.
she
She's here
just
for
needs
moral
to-
support.
Right.
Doctor goes in like, I'm gonna kill these fucking gangsters.
She should have a gun though. She should have a gun though.
Yeah, she has like a little dinky hold-out pistol, but nothing like what Bonus and Oid are toting around. Bonus has a small armory in his car.
This is true.
But yeah, so he will drop. I guess. Well, I don't know. I guess to save time, he won't drop the Doctor off, but he kind of wants to drop the Doctor off. But he will take everybody like a block away from this address on the edge of Jetsam Parish, where all like the docks and stuff are, what part of the civilian docks are. And you know, you all get out. Bonus will. I think he'll grab his shotgun. He hasn't used that in a while.
The revolving one?
Yeah, the revolving shotgun, the Xenocorp shotgun that he stole many, like almost I think over an in-game year ago at this point. So, yeah. So he grabs the shotgun. Oid, you can choose to have whatever weapon you want.
I'm going to use the new SMG I bought for this series of missions. Hmm?
Isn't that on the Robo Ninja body?
Oh, it might be.
So, Lamau.
No, we're driving there anyhow.
I mean, I guess you could, if you wanted to stop by and switch to the Robo Ninja body, you could do that.
Sure, I don't know.
Alright, so Oid leaves his disguised body with the cars and, Cairo and Nox, and switch to the Robo Ninja body, and then all of you head over to the address. Well, the group of them head over to the address. I guess I'll open up since the group is already kind of coming together to get Oid's other body. Do the other two of you want to go to the bar, or?
I've got to operate raw. So I can send, but I will, however, send Ankh with the others.
Okay. What about Nox? Does Nox want to join Cairo, the Cairo bonus, and Wade and the Doctor? No? Great.
Wow.
Cool.
Nice.
So, our trio, accompanied by Robodog, and with Eye in the Sky Crowbot, head off to the club in question. The club is gonna be called. Oh God, I forget what the term for it is. Shoot. I want to make like a very specific reference, but I don't know if it's even a specific word. Okay, okay. So this
The
would.
drunken shaman.
Now this bar is called the Piano Lid, which is a reference to the Titanic. Because he's a driftwood. Remember that?
Yeah, I get it.
And he dies. Yeah, because the gang is called the Driftwoods. Anyway,
I get it.
Yes, it's called the Piano Lid.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and you're in New Orleans, it's like the Jazz City or whatever. Anyway, not that you guys are gonna stay long enough to know anything about the city, like the cool jazz district, but there's that. So yeah, so Robo Ninja and Bonus, parked out on the street, crip walk up to this front door. There are two like really big burly guys. I'm talking like on organic og burly, like they're unnaturally burly. and they look at the both of you. They're like, "Hey, we're closed."
I mean, I'm not here for diplomacy. I'm just waiting for bonus to start shit.
Okay, so there's a solid 5 seconds of dead silence as all of you are just staring at each other. And then Bonus is just gonna like lift his shotgun and just point blank blast this sucker away. This is, I think, a 5d100 damage. Point blank to this. This guy is pretty beefy, so there's actually a chance he survives this shot, but it is not particularly likely. Wow, he rolled so bad.
Ooh.
Bonus. That's 20,
Wow.
40, 100. He only rolled 200 damage on 5d100. That's not enough to kill this guy. So Bonus, point blank blasts this guy, and the dude like dives out of the way. So only like the top of his shoulder gets blown off instead of his whole chest. So he's like, oh, freaking out. I roll initiative, I guess, Lamel.
Oh, I've got to roll for Ankh. I forgot. Oops. That is an 8.
An 8 for Unk, right? That's 16. What does the bonus get? Bonus got a 9 on the dice, but he gets a +1 to that for parallel processing. I believe. Yes. That's actually a 10 plus his 6 agility, a 16 as well. What does Mr. Oid get?
Very unfortunate. 4 on the die.
4 on the dice, so you also got a 12. 2 12s and 2 16s. How perfect. Up first would be Ankh, because he has a higher agility than Bonus.
Okay. What can Ankh see?
These two really large men.
Pop, 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 pop. That's 4 shots.
Right? 2 to each of them, I assume.
Yes.
Alright. Each check at -3. I should have -2 because you're targeting sweet.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tasty dice. Alright, that's 2 6s, an 8, and a 9.
Alright. -2, 2 6s, an 8 and a 9.
Yes.
Those
Correct.
will all hit.
Ah, nice.
Roll
So
for the
that's-
first attack 60-12.
Alright, I gotta-
set of attacks for the first 2 attacks.
Gotta find my other D12. 3, 4. This is the only issue with having so many dice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, yep. Here we go. Alright, so we've got a 10 and 8, a 2, a 6, a 4, and a 5.
Yeah, that definitely kills the first guy. Second set of 6.
Chunky paste. Oh. Alright. So, an 11, a 3, another 11, an 8, oh, that's a 9, it was upside down, and another 8.
Second dude is also dead.
God. Alright, yeah.
And shred the 2 door guards and probably the walls behind them with this wild spray of high caliber, probably like 30-06, something like that, bullets. Yeah, at that point, combat's kind of over, but like I'm gonna use the same initiative just because moves you that way. That means that it is
Unk.
Bonus's turn.
Unk's gonna hold his second action.
Okay, for what's the
until we
trigger?
move in.
Are you gonna like move in, or are you gonna just stay and then?
Well, he's waiting for someone else to move in, so he's on follow right now.
Okay, so yeah, so Bonus is going to, because his turn's up next, he's going to kick the door in, walk a few feet inside, and then just like, fire a shot into the ceiling, because the bar is closed, so there's nobody in like the main room. Oh, like the
Alright, how
chairs
many
are
floors
posted
in
up and
here?
stuff. How many floors? This would be. I'm gonna roll dice for it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll a dice. It's 2 floors.
Because there's an absolute possibility that he fires into the ceiling
And kills Maria Jr. with the buckshot through the floor. No. He fires a round of buckshot into the ceiling. And he's like, "Let the girl go, and I let you live." And then, there's some commotion coming from like the back kitchen area.
You in what army?
Yeah, like the door opens, and like this incredibly large black dude, like I'm talking about like duck, to get underneath the doorway, and he's like, who are you? What do you want? And Bonus is like, we're here for Maria Jr. And he's like, are you here with our money? And Bonus was supposed
We don't
to
know
be
anything about no money.
Anything about money? No, okay. And he's like, we don't. What are you talking about? We want the girl. And the guy's like, not until we get our 50K.
What 50K? We were hired to protect the girl.
Like, that's the ransom, 50K. And at this
Well,
point,
for us, there's no such thing as a ransom.
at this point, Bonus is going to look over to Oid and tell Oid to go invisible and sneak into the kitchen, like behind the big black dude.
Honestly, doable.
Alright, so you go invisible. Give me that agility check at double advantage. Because you're dead
yeah.
quiet
Hell
and
yeah,
also invisible. The ridiculous nature of the Robo Ninja body.
Alright. That's an 8.
Highest roll
I
was
was
still
gonna
an
say
8.
two
Okay.
ones.
Two ones and an 8. I'm thinking like
I'll have you know
two,
it was a
4,
5 and a 2.
Oh, it's
not
so
one.
close, bro. I guess it was on point. All right.
So, always.
Always. There was a 2 in there somewhere. It's just a good bet. Yeah, okay. So with an 8, you definitely sneak, eke yourself past him, but slip yourself between this guy's demon back and the kitchen door, and you slip into the kitchen, and you see that there's a couple other dive gang goons. And they are also chromed out, but they're not big, they're just chromed. And they have SMGs, one of them has a shotgun, and then the kind of tied with rope to a folding chair. In one of the corners is this little 6-year-old girl who's crying.
How far apart would you say all these guys are?
Fox is back.
The two normal goons are 10 and 15 feet away from Maria Jr. And then they are 15 feet away from Big Man.
Alright. Is this room a dead end? Or are there other doors to other places?
There are other doors. There's a door to almost a freezer, and then a door to what you assume is a back alley or something, or a storage room.
Alright, how far away are those doors from Maria Jr.?
Well, she's right next to the freezer door, and then the other door that leads out into a storage or whatever alleyway is probably 15-ish, 20 feet away from her. It's a very long kitchen, not a very deep kitchen, so.
Alright, well, in that case, I have a funny idea. So I'm gonna take position next to Maria and this freezer door. I'm gonna wait to see how Bonus's asterisk negotiations asterisk goes.
Alright, now I have to look at Bonus's character sheet to see what kind of shenanigans I can have him pull out of his rear end. What grenades does he have?
Bro, grenade buddies? Nice.
Yeah,
Bro,
actually, I don't think he
are
has any
you-
grenades.
Can you canonically say that
I
you
do.
gave him that one nade?
Of the necrotic grenade.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna
Fuck,
have him try to
actually-
fist fight this massive dude. It's gonna be pretty funny. Because they probably have
Good.
matching HP, to be perfectly honest.
Damn.
Yeah, because Bonus is tanked out. Because, the shotgun's like the easy way out,
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so I think boys are gonna be like, oh, well, I don't know anything about money, we were just told to get the girl. And the big guy's like, well, then what are we talking about this for? And then Bonus is like, 'cause I'm the one with the shotgun and you don't have a firearm. And the guy's like, these two are my guns, and he holds up his fists. But it's like, that's so he's like, oh yeah, but just boom, boom. But he's like he's probably too far away from the shotgun to be that good. So he just tosses the shotgun aside and just dual wields his deagles and just, these are my guns, kablam, kablam. And they're just gonna open fire. One shot with each deagle. Is that a +1? God. I swear to God, Bonus can't do anything cool. Like, actually, my man is cursed.
He
So what
can
a
act
1 and a
cool,
9.
but he
miss?
can't. He
What a
can
1
act
and a
cool,
9.
but not. I mean,
It's not that bad.
one jams and the other doesn't.
Yes,
That's
the
why he has
one-
two, right?
The one gun jams, and the other gun does not jam. So, ching, poof. So he has to do 3d12 times 10 damage, ignoring any armor this guy has. Okay, he almost rolled bad on damage, but not quite that bad. He rolled a 1, a 10, and a 6. So that's 170 damage. So, kablam! This guy gets clipped in the shoulder with this 50 AE round, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's it, big man." And then he the guy starts to charge Bonus, but before he can do that, technically, Wade gets his action first. So you hear this gunshot go off. Big man charges Bonus. What do you do?
Are the guys in this room reacting at all?
They start to upturn their poker table to turn into a makeshift piece of cover.
Alright, well, while they're occupied doing that, I think I'm gonna do my funny plan, which technically requires 3 actions. Or, I guess it depends, but it probably requires 3 actions.
Okay, what's your plan?
I need to toss the funny ecotech grenade, and then I need to grab the child, and I need to hop into the freezer.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, where's the child in the blast radius of this nade?
Yeah, that would require 3 actions, I think.
Alright, well in that case, I think I'm gonna do steps 1 and 2. And I'm just gonna hope that they're too occupied pushing over this poker table and dodging the grenade to get out of the way. Or to take a shot at me.
I mean, now that I think about it, if you essentially
Maybe I wait for step 3 until next turn. Or
Because-
step 1 until next turn.
opening doors there's a free action unless they're locked, right? So you could open the freezer door for free, spend 1 action throwing Maria Jr. And the chair into the freezer, close the freezer door, and then throw the grenade. Because you're immune. You're a robot.
Oh, that's true. Alright, well then that's the new plan.
Okay, so he just as far as the goons are, they're setting up the table, cocking their guns and stuff. But I just hear the freezer door as it opens by itself, and then this little girl tied to this chair gets first levitating, gets thrown into the freezer like a sack of potatoes. The freezer door closes, and then like a grenade starts to go off. You know, like. Let me have a look at the stats for this necrosis grenade. So I think it doesn't go off until the start of your next turn. Like grenades are working from now on because it's cool like that. Necrosis grenade. Here we go. So you throw a grenade at a target which is well within range. 20-foot AOE. Yada yada yada. Oh no, okay, that's same. Like your first, same action. So yeah, you just pull the pin and and you chuck it at them. So you need to give me a perception check to throw it in the right location.
Alright, can you imagine I crit fail, I throw it at bonus? That would be tragic. Oh fuck, he's screwed.
Wait, what happened?
Oh my god.
Okay, actually I should preface, it's not a crit fail, it's just the only option that isn't a crit fail.
So a 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
if it
is
was
still a
crit fail,
fail.
like, there goes bonus.
No, bonus is like half a me anyway, which Chromie has in his body anyway. But no. I mean, honestly, given how small this room is, I don't think you really could fail. Because, like, the room is not big enough for the AoE to miss them. So, you know, you throw it kind of past them. I think it lands in, like, a pot of, like, stew. So the gas is kind of, like, sputtering. And the room smells like, oh god. Like, oh, what's the... Shoot. Somebody name a New Orleans food. Gumbo, yes.
Rotisserie chicken.
No, the room smells like burning gumbo, mixed with, like, death. As this necrosis grenade begins to rot the stew and then rot the people. It does 2d100 damage, ignoring armor, at the start of their turn in the AoE. And it is their turn next, so do that damage.
Alright. Wow, not a very good roll. 9.
9. Alright, 90. Okay, so they're not dead, not even unconscious. Because these guys have chrome, so they are beefier than normal people. And they're like, and like their like lips and ears and like, you know, their non-metal arms and stuff begin to turn black and gray, and their veins turn black. And they're like vomiting up blood, and like their eyes and ears and nose and mouths are bleeding. And then they like run like out of the, and they spend their actions fleeing the kitchen entirely. They sprint into the main room as this gas begins to like trail after them, as they're like tell they have second actions, and their only target is bonus. But they also know that there's somebody in the room that is trying to like counter kidnap the girl, but they can't see you. So I think they're going to just like spend their action, like I think they're gonna ready their action, that if the gas clears, they're gonna shoot at Void. That's or you know, shoot at whoever they see in the room.
They see each other and they're like, "It was you, wasn't it?"
Traitor. No, but yeah, because they're trying to protect the girl while the big man handles bonus. So big beefy boy with these two huge bionic arms, out on roids like Big Jimmy, is gonna sprint up to bonus, and now him and bonus are engaged in good old-fashioned fisticuffs. So this guy, he can do his first action running up to bonus. Second action, he can make 3 unarmed attacks per action, because he's got 2 bionic arms that have the what's it called, like the melee upgrade thing where lets you punch twice for an additional time per action. So this dude can punch 3 times. A bonus can dodge 3 times. Because bonus is built for this sort of thing. So I think he has his one base reaction. He's got a second one from his bionic spine, and a third one from hand-eye fishing. That's what it is. Yes, we just get 3.
As they say, built different.
He is built different. So he can dodge, attempt to dodge all 3 of these strikes. A 4, a 10, and a 3. That 3 fails, hilariously. But the 4 and the 10 suck to see. So, this dude, he a big wide hook, and Bonus ducks under it, and as he does so, he holsters his deagles. And then the dude's bringing a hammer fist to try to, swing down at Bonus. Bonus sidesteps. This dude smashes his fist through a table, and then, as the dude kind of swipes that same arm out sideways, really quick. Bonus, his shield comes out, and the arm collides with his shield at the last second. Because this guy does a lot of damage. Because this dude has bionic arms, which is 1d100. He has the knuckle implant that do 1d4 times 10. Actually, no, it doesn't do 1d100. He has there's the enhanced piston mod that changes your damage from 1d100 to 1d12. So 1d12 plus 1d4, which isn't that much given how Bonus has 850 HP. But alright, this guy rolled 60 damage. But because Bonus who shield has armor, I forgot about that. His shield can do an armor check. This kid's let you use shields. His shield's armor, I think, is only 3. Because it's not extra armored in that way. Yeah. Okay. So only 3, I think. Rolled a 3 on the dice, so now that damage does go through. His shield is damaged by 60 health. So that is 290. That is Big Man's, turn. Top of the turn order, it is Ankh. Bonus does not want Ankh to shoot at the big guy.
Okay.
So you can shoot the 2 other dudes that are, threatening to attack Oid.
Yeah, sure. I'll go through with that. That'll be 4 more shots. Can I see them from here?
From the doorway, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Alrighty.
All right.
4 checks, each a -2.
That is a 9,
Pass.
a 5, a 7,
pass.
and a
Pass.
3.
Fail. 5 -2 is a 3. And that fails too. So one guy gets 2 shots, second guy gets no shots.
Oh, I was gonna split it up 1 and 1.
Yeah. Well, sure, I guess.
All right. Coolio. So that's 3d12 and 3d12, right?
Yes.
All right. Can do. That is an 8, a 12, and a 1.
8, a 12. Okay, that guy's dead, barely.
And the second one is an 8, a 1, and a 10.
8 minutes. That guy is barely alive with 10 HP. He's unconscious.
Nice.
So I'm just full auto sprays right past Bonus's face and guns down those 2 guys. Now it is Bonus. Bonus also has 2 knuckle implants. So his fists clench and these big metal blocks extended from his knuckles, and he's just gonna start wailing on this dude right back. So, Bonus, he can only punch once, I think, per action. I believe. Because I don't think he has the cool arm upgrades yet. No. In that case, I want him to pull out the Titanite katana in his arm.
That's up to you.
I mean, fight
it'd be pretty baller.
It would be. It'd be honorable if he could win in a fist fight against this guy. But also,
This
it's
is
going to
true.
take forever because he can only attack a quarter of the amount that the other dude can attack. So in that case, Bonus is going to just keep his shield out and then like throws his arm out to the side, and this chrome blade unfolds from the top of his forearm, and then he just swings his arm across his body and will swipe at Big Man. The Tenite Sword can attack twice per action. Goon can only dodge twice. So he can dodge the first action of attacks, but not the second. He passes one, fails the other, so he gets hit 3 times by a Titanite Sword, so which has 4d100 damage per attack. Oh yeah, baby. Alright, so the first strike does. Oh god, how much damage is that? That's 240 damage for the first strike. Jesus. The second strike does 290 damage. This is already a total of 500 and 530 damage in total. Final strike is another 170. That means it's like what, 700 damage or something like that.
So.
So Bonus just and just cuts this dude into like 4 or 5 equal pieces.
Jeez.
That's why you don't mess with Bonus. Because that guy had a bunch of, like, mods and upgrades and health buffs. Still wasn't enough. So.
Usually never is.
Nope. That guy only had between 500 and 600 HP. And he did more than that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, for the moment, combat is over. Bonus will immediately subvocal over to Oid and tell you to get the girl out of here before more people
Gotta
show up.
air out the kitchen first.
Well, I think with Oid's missed shot, the AoE does leave like a 5-foot gap between the freezer door and the rest of, and like the gas cloud. So you can kind of maneuver around a little bit. But you couldn't get out. He couldn't walk through the kitchen and get to where Bonus is. He'd have to use the door that goes into the storage room and then the back room because the gas blocks it. Or he could wait a minute. It's up to him.
I mean, I think I would rather wait a little bit just to be safe.
Okay, how long are you waiting? A full minute for the gas to go away, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you begin to wait a while, and there's some more commotion up on the floor above, as people are like, oh, what's wrong? And you can hear heavy booted footsteps, and I think the minute goes by, the gas dissipates. Wade opens the fridge door, grabs Maria Jr. with the chair still, and rushes out right as another few of these chromed out goons sort of starts to give chase effectively. But because you're a robo ninja, you are considerably faster than any of them, even if they have bionic legs, and you can zoom out of the way, and then Bonus fires off some covering fire with his probably the gel pistol, not the deagles. So deagle is expensive. He just wild random shots, just spraying and praying into the kitchen to cover Oid and Maria Jr.'s escape before he hops into his hover car. Well, he goes leave the building, run down the street to the hover car, and you hop in, and then get away before the other goons even manage to get into the street or into the out of the sidewalk.
By the way, um, where am I?
You are with Cairo and normal Maria.
And where are we?
By your cars, I assume. Like,
Yes.
ready to escape. So, Bonus drives all of you to, well, drives the Oid and the doctor and Maria Jr. to the hotel, and he lands, and he gets out of the car and he opens the back seat, and Maria Jr. runs out and sees her mom, and then they're both crying and they both hug, and it's very sweet and wholesome.
And then bang!
I know, yeah, like the Nox blows their heads off. Yeah.
That 10,000 will be mine.
But yeah, and then Bonus tells all of you to start leaving if you want, but he has an errand to run before he leaves.
Again.
I'll sub-vocal to him and be like, all right, don't take too long. We'll be by the city. We'll be right outside the city limits.
And he's like, all right. It's like, if anyone wants to come with me, I promise it's not violent.
I'll
Who's
go
gonna
with him.
drive the truck? Yeah, I can't send a giant ass truck there.
I mean, you can still.
I'll go with him.
It's up to they don't take the whole convoy, or the doctor could take the truck.
God, are you trying to get us killed?
Or maybe Maria drives the truck.
Maria
Maria
Jr.
Jr. drives the nuke truck. That's the real answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we all want to see. But yeah, so Cairo and Bonus can get back in Bonus's hover car, while the rest of you, probably need to give the two civilians a chance to eat and rest for a while and recuperate, because they've just been kidnapped and attacked and whatever.
I can eat in the car while I'm driving them. Like, hey, you want to stop at Patty Burger? Is your last meal from here?
The mom's like, no, we have Patty Burger at home. And stops. Has a moment of terror. And he's like, yes, please.
I'm like, okay.
But yeah, so we cut back to Cairo and Bonus. As you guys drive back to the Jetsam Parish district. But rather than driving to the bar that you guys previously left, where I assume you guys figured he was going to go to and going to finish off that gang, instead he goes to a different part of the Jetsam Parish, and kind of parks down the street from this bar. And it's a pretty small bar, only 2 stories. The second floor seems to be apartments or something. The first floor is the diviest, grungy, Jamaican bar you've probably ever seen in your life. I'm talking you can smell the smoke leave a block away from this place.
Oh wow!
It is real. And as you guys walk up, there are these 2 big Jamaican dudes with cyber eyes and subdermal plating and assault rifles, sitting on stools out front, and you and Bonus walk up, and Bonus looks at them both, and doesn't say anything, and the 2 goons just open the door for him and let you both inside, and you enter into this super loud blasting reggae music. The smell of smoke leaf and tobacco thick in the air. As this is a dive bar, except that across the room, where you assume used to be a stage for a musician or a band, has been turned into a throne, platform, a dais, and there is the most scuffed, cobbled together throne made of like driftwood parts and like rusty metal. And sitting on top of it is this very handsome, probably like late 30s, early 40s Jamaican guy with like long, like, shoulder to chest length dreadlocks. He's got his big, burly bionic arm for a right arm. Got like a cyber eye. He's got like a grill for teeth. And he has this like very pretty, scantily clad woman sort of like draped over him, obviously zonked out of her mind. And this bar is full of other like Jamaican dudes who are all singing what you could only assume to be like patois, like, folk songs, effectively. But none of you speak Creole, so.
Well, I have the translator in my mask.
Oh, yeah, leave the translator. So you, from the kind of relatively bad job that the translator does, because patois and Creole isn't like an official language, it kind of picks up bits and pieces, and you get the feeling that this is the Jamaican version of like a sea shanty, basically. And as soon as you and Bonus walk in, all of them stop singing along with the song. And like the bartender cuts the radio, and everybody just creaks and looks at you guys. And Bonus doesn't move, doesn't say anything.
I don't move. I don't say anything either.
And the big guy on the throne, he very slowly just stands up from his throne, and he ba-dum, 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 like walks over real slow, like these heavy metal filled boots, and he stands like 5 feet away from Bonus, and him and Bonus are like relatively similar height, but this guy's actually taller than Bonus is, which means that he's like Nox's height.
So he like towers over me.
Yes. And he looks like kind of down at Bonus, but a little bit up at him, and this dude takes like a really long drag of like a cigar, and then he like flicks it away, and he like cracks his neck, and Bonus cracks his neck, and then the dude like flexes his bionic arm, and between his middle finger and ring finger, this thick, like giant fishing hook like extends from his palm, like from the back of his hand, and he like postures and like puffs his chest out and stuff, and like him and Bonus are having this measuring contest, to put it lightly, staring each other down, and like everybody, all the other goons in the bar are like kind of slowly reaching for weapons because they don't know what's going on. So just like
I am also slowly reaching for mine.
Yeah, so everybody's slowly reaching for their weapons, and then right when like you see Bonus like move his trench coat and like start to put his hand over his 1911, he stops, and the big guy stops, and they both they break into laughter, and they like hug each other, and all the goons, all the Jamaican thugs are like kind of confused, but they like vaguely laugh a little bit, like ha ha ha, yeah, I guess this is funny, whatever.
So Cairo's gonna slowly put his like trench coat back, just like inside the mask, let out a sigh of relief.
Yeah, because there's like 20 dudes in this room.
Woefully outgunned here.
Yeah.
I can only quick draw so many times.
And this Bennett, Bonus and this guy, like a hug for a second, like dab each other up. And Bonus is like, it's been too long, my friend, been too long. How long has it been? And then the big dude is like, probably been like, I don't want to say like 7 or 10 years, brother. And he's like, yeah, it's far too long. He's like, I'd like to introduce you to an associate of mine. This is Pharaoh. Pharaoh, this is Beckett the Wild. You probably recognize his last name, Elixir. And you remember is the last name of the Jamaican food truck guy.
Oh, That's awesome. Are they brothers or cousins?
Yeah, Bonus is like, Beckett the Wild here is Malachi's older brother.
Ah, pleasure to meet you. Any friend of Malachi's is a friend of mine.
Yeah, and like Beckett like retracts the hook and like back into his hand, and like the hand like folds back from when it was split apart, and he like grips your bionic arm and like shakes it very vigorously. And he's like, any friend of Bonus, a friend of mine. I'm like, please, let's down have a drink. And him and Bonus stand at like probably they walk up to the bar that's full of people, and Beckett just like waves his hand, and all of the thugs get up and walk away, like move across the room. And him and Bonus sit down, and the bartender gives them glasses of just the most sus alcohol. Like you thought moonshine stuff was bad. This stuff is bootleg as bootleg can get. And Beck and Bonus seem to you to be some flavor of old friend as they go back and forth and sort of begin catching up after the years that they've been gone.
While they're doing that, I will. I'm not gonna take it out in any sus way. I'm just gonna take it out in like a way of I'm trying to perform maintenance on this thing. And I'll like take the cylinder out and like just check over my revolver really quick to make sure everything's working.
Okay. Yeah, so you can start working on everything while Bonus and Beckett begin to swap stories. Do you care enough to listen to their conversation, or are you too busy just kind of
Uh, I'll keep an ear out.
Okay, so Bonus and Beckett sort of swap stories, and you pretty quickly learn that Mr. Elixir Senior Beckett is the leader of a dive gang called the Kingston Privateers, and they are from Jamaica, obviously, because Kingston is the capital city of Jamaica.
Of course.
And that Malachi used to be a part of the Kingston Privateers before he was forced to flee New Orleans and head up to Ryanstown. And that Beckett has kind of been the leader, seemingly for like 20-something years, like since he was, barely an adult. And you get the feeling that Beckett is a pirate. He's a pirate. Him and his boys attack ships, corporate ships, and sink them, and then salvage the loot afterwards. Because they hate corporations.
Understandably.
Yeah, and him and Bonus up stories about how basically Bonus, back when he was a KE employee, he used Beckett's gang to, shall we say, do some dirty work on behalf of the company. And after they're kind of drinking and they get like food brought out for you and Bonus and Captain Beckett. Bonus offers to regale you with the story of specifically why him and Beckett are such good friends.
Yeah, sure. I'll listen.
So he basically explains, he's like, oh, well, I want to say like 10 years ago or so now, back before I, a while before I did it, probably more than 10 years ago at this point, but before, like 15 years, before I became a mercenary, I was in New Orleans. Nothing fancy, nothing exciting, just carrying out some trade deal business with some companies that were trying to strong arm their way into KE's turf on the Mississippi. And it was the craziest thing. I was in my hotel room last day I'm in the city. I can't wait to get out of this place because this little bar here is probably the only part that I like outside of the corporate district. And I'm laying in bed, trying to sleep. I got this phone call from Beckett here. And then Beckett's like, yes, of course. I called my friend Bonus because, you see, my brother, he had a a way with, shall we say, the ladies. Quite a ladies' man. But you see, he could not keep it in his pants. And, I a couple of days ago, I get a call from him saying that some executive is trying to kill him because he may have slept with his wife. So I needed to get Malachi out of the city as quick as possible, but that is very difficult to do. We don't have that kind of money. You cannot leave if you are a citizen. You cannot leave legally without a corporate sponsorship. So who do I call? The one man in the city that I know will help me out. I call Bonus. And Bonus is like, yeah, so I give this call, and he's like, oh, I need to get my brother out of the city because he slept with this guy's wife or whatever, and now he's being hunted by, an army of soldiers or whatever. And I'm like, all right, sure thing, man. I'll take your brother. And, so I get Malachi on board, and, Malachi was only, a teenager, a young man, probably a little bit younger than you are right now, Mr. Pharaoh. And he's thrown across the continent, new city, nothing to his name, no money, no nothing. And I get to Ryan's town. I give Becky a call again, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I just your brother is safe and sound. And then Becca's like, yes, really really good to hear that my brother was safe, with in good hands over there. But I am the older brother. I have to keep my family together. So I asked Bonus for a second favor, and Bonus is like, yeah, he wanted me to take care of his little brother. So I taught him the ropes, how to be a businessman, and he kind of combined that knowledge with knowledge of being a New Orleans pirate, and, privateer, and started his arms dealing business. And, so I've kind of kept an eye on him. I've helped him out, gotten him business, like I have, giving you and Oid and Nox the chance to buy from him. And in exchange, Becca here doesn't cut my head off or something for screwing his brother over. And Becca, laughs at that, but you kind of get the feeling that, he's only half joking. And Becca's like, I am eternally grateful for Bonus to helping my brother, So whenever he comes to the city, he can talk to me, whatever he need. I can make sure it is done. And Bonus is like, yeah, I can always count on the Elixir family. They always got my back when I'm here, and I've got their back when they're in Ryanstown. And it's like, speaking of which, Captain. And the Bonus basically puts a hit out on the Driftwoods. He's like, hey, Beckett, could you, this is family, right? This dive gang, right? And I wanted to kill a kid. Could you, as soon as he tells Beckett he wanted to kill a kid, Beckett is like, oh, they got on your bad side, did they? And Bonus is like, yes, they did the one thing that I don't like people doing. And Beckett turns to you, Cairo, and he's like, Bonus told me the first thing he told me when I met him, yeah, he told me, Beckett, you kill a child, I'll shove your own head up your ass.
Well, that sounds like
I'll make sure you're alive when it happens too.
Sounds like him.
And he's like, so after that day, I make sure don't do anything that would annoy Bonus. And Bonus is like, yeah, whatever. I'm the moralist, I guess. And he's like, but yes, these Driftwood guys. You know them? And Beckett's like, I know them, but I know them a lot. They are, they don't care about the history of the dive gang. They only care about the money in it. And Bonus is like, okay. They're the corporate types, huh? And Beckett's like, yeah, brother, they're the corporate types. They're them corpses. And Bonus is like, well, I guess that means that, you'll kill them all for a discount. And Beckett's like, God. For a discount, brother. For you, I'll do it for free, huh? Because of the circumstances, huh? How does that sound? And Bonus is like, I gotta give you something, I'll give you something. And then Beckett's like, you could give me something by taking care of my brother when you get back to the city, okay? And Bonus is like, of course, my friend, anytime.
I'll chime in. Well, with Where's Lake is, he's got customers for life.
And Beckett laughs and he's like, yes, yes. You know, who do you think is his supplier? And like Beckett like reaches like around the counter and pull like a grenade launcher out from under behind the bar, and he puts it back. And he's like, you know, I get my stuff from the Caribbean, but from back home, they have all kinds of crazy stuff down there where there's no laws. You know, no KPD in
Yeah.
Jamaica.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And you know, Bonus thanks Beckett for his favor and his time, bids him adieu, finishes his drink and his food, and will ride with you back to the others.
All right. While we're riding back, I'll turn to Bonus and be like, I think that's the most I've ever heard you speak, beyond, like, grunts.
And Bonus looks at you and goes, huh.
Case in point.
And you're like, you know how it is. Some people, you know, believe it or not,
Some people just drag it out of you, huh?
some people are worth the effort.
Fair enough.
Like, plus, you know, I would never tell it to his face, but Beckett saved my life more than one occasion anyway. I kind of owe it to him to be nice.
Understandable.
And, yeah, you guys make it back to the hotel. And from there, I assume you all lead Maria and Maria Jr. out of the city. Tell them to... Do you tell them to go to Rhinestone? That's just what I want to know.
I mean, we could.
Yes, tell them to go back to their origins.
God. So scarred. She's like, well, we just left Rhinestone like 7 years ago. Well, more like 6 years ago.
I mean, they could follow the convoy and go to Lone Star, but that's up to them at that point.
God. What's the group consensus? Do you send them to Rhinestone, or do you want them to follow you to Lone Star?
Well, here's the thing: are we giving them 10K out of that 50?
Yeah. Bonus said to give them it, and I don't feel like arguing with Bonus why these people that we don't care about don't deserve 10K. So, you know.
Yeah, like you know, when Maria's like, oh, but how are we gonna get anywhere? You know, the driftwoods are gonna be after us for the rest of our lives, and then Bonus just like taps her on the shoulder and is like, they will not be around much longer. You don't have to worry about them. And like, you know, for Oid Nux, that's like, huh? I thought he said he wasn't gonna be violent. So what happened?
Go back on your word?
And Bonus is like, no, I just had to go see an old friend. He'll handle it for us.
Okay. Anyways, I look at them like, alright, well, I'll give you the option. Either A, you go back to Rhinestone, which isn't that bad.
Which isn't
Hilarious.
that bad in
compared to Lone
'Cause it's
Star,
true.
Rhinestone is like bad. Lone Star is terribly nice.
Yeah.
Or, you hop along with us to Lone Star.
Well, I
Good
guess I'll ask you
pick.
guys: do you want these people to become another addition to your convoy, or do you want them to become like long-term
the
contact in
convoy-
Rhinestone?
The convoys kind of break it up in Lone Star, so I mean,
Yeah. But yeah. So do you guys want them to be like temporary contacts from like Lone Star, or do you want to make them like returning characters and send them to Rhinestone?
Give me a reason why
I'd
they'd be
say-
worth it.
I don't know.
they might hire us later.
You're right, I can make that 10K back.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't quite go that far because they're like they only have that 10K to their name.
Sounds like a them problem. Shouldn't have married a mobster.
well, just for that, she's gonna marry a different mobster when she gets back.
She better.
I could see it.
Man, if she was like a little bit more pretty, she could marry me. Of course, in a polyamorous relationship, as I already have a significant other, you know, quote unquote. But
yeah, it's bonus, right?
yes, Bonus, Xanthorpe, and Faith.
Yeah, man.
Oh, and unironically Flavius, but we don't talk about that.
Not yet, anyway. Not to get to wait till Vegas. Wait, what stays in Vegas stays in Vegas. All right.
Exactly. As they said,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yes. If you would prefer, if you think that they could become recurring characters, then we can send them on to Ryanstown, or you could just tell them to go to Atlanta. Like, you know what? Go there.
That's a
Nice.
terrible idea.
What do you mean?
That's
Atlanta's
even
nice.
worse.
Atlanta's
Atlanta, my
nice,
dick
but
and
it's not a
balls,
good
brother.
place
It's not
right
nice
now.
for us.
I mean, fair.
Exactly.
Nice for who? The people that banned us from Lone Star? Or from Atlanta?
For Atlanta, yeah.
All right. So then, which will it be, gentlemen?
If Kara wants to make an Italian family-owned shop instead of a noodle Asian shop, sure, why not?
I mean, that's up to them. I mean, I'd say
That is now their
Ryanstown
path
wouldn't
now.
be a bad idea.
What?
But like, we are also already on the way to Lone Star.
I mean, look.
All right, then sure. They'll move to Lone Star.
Sure,
They'll go from
I'll
being
escort
Creole to
them.
being Cowboys.
Why not? Italian cowboys. What can go wrong?
That's what I'm gonna name this
Cowboys.
episode: Creole to Cowboys. There we go. Perfect.
Perfect.
If I remember.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Then you guys, I guess, somehow managed to find a room for Maria and Maria Jr. in this scuffed convoy of misfits. Literally.
Well, they could chill in the vandalism van with robot,
the creepy robot
and
and his
dog.
spare body and the robot.
It's all robots in there.
Yeah, it's only robots in the van. Unless Maria Jr. is going to be an android somehow, I don't think they would fit in the vandalism van. But yeah, so I think Bonus will let them ride in his car because he has like the most entertaining car because he's flying and that's a fun gimmick for the child. So, plus Bonus is like the only one here who I think anyone would trust with a child. Gonna be honest.
What do you mean?
Wow, are
I
you
can't
saying
go
I'm not
Mach 10
trustworthy with
a
children?
child?
Says the guy who calls human beings meatbags. Yes, I don't trust a robot psychopath with a child.
Bro, what do you mean I can't go Mach 10 with a child?
Nox is going to extort the child. Oid will kill and eat the child. Kyra will do a sick flip and give the child whiplash.
Why is Hoyd eating a child?
Well, because Oid is a psychopath meatbag hater, alright? That's why.
Please, I think you're vastly underestimating me. I would not eat the child, but I would not even kill the child. I would simply get the child addicted to drugs at a young age, that they might be, profit from at a later date,
Oh my God, wait.
Never stops.
All I'm saying is, now he has the face of a child. How does it fit to his android body? I don't know.
No, it would just be like really badly stretched PNG of a child.
Wait, hold on. I know what it is. I got it. I fucking got it. We can continue with whatever.
Alright, yeah, you guys will set off for Lone Star next episode.
Alright. Well, if you enjoyed this one, let us know, or don't. We know you're watching. And we'll see you next time on Quest for the Core.